Hold up.
Wait! Wait. Whoa. Wait.
Where were we?
No, my friend did. My boy James scratched it up. So he's nasty. He's a great DJ. What's going on, guys? It's Alex Zabidi, your host. We have another musical episode. It's going to be a good one. Here with my boy Frank.
It's good, man.
What's going on, dude?
How are you?
So we go way back.
Way back.
What year was that? That was like, was it 06?
I think 06. Yeah.
Crazy.
So what is that now? 14 years?
14 fucking years ago.
14 years, yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't seen each other probably in like 10 years since.
Yeah.
And then randomly caught up.
A mutual family friend.
He was on the podcast.
Michael Cava.
Yeah, if you listen to the podcast, you know Mike Cava.
Yeah.
Great little comedy episode we had there.
Yeah, that was nice.
It was a random link up.
You were the surprise guest at my studio last time when he came, so
Exactly. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
it was a good little random meetup. And since I saw you last, you've been doing some crazy big things.
Yeah.
So as I sit next to your beautiful shiny glass encased Emmy over here.
Yeah, that's a recent addition. Pretty crazy.
So tell me the story behind that.
I did a documentary on 6 New Jersey high schools that were all putting on Mary Poppins, and some more inner city schools versus more affluent districts, and kind of just seeing like, you know, how each school, you know, fended for themselves with this monster of a play and production, and just the variations between everything, and how the community, or the lack of community support, kind of like ends up helping some of the productions or hurting them, and just kind of doing an apples to apples comparison of that. And
that's cool.
I did it for a good friend of mine, Phil, who worked for NJTV and PBS. Asked me to be part of it because I also teach. So it was kind of a nice fit for me as far as dealing with some students and their extracurricular activities, and me being into the arts as well, you know, kind of like made sense. So it was really surprised to even be a part of it, but the fact that it like won an Emmy was even crazier. So
yeah, man, it's pretty awesome. I gotta check it out.
Yeah,
I gotta watch
definitely.
it.
Yeah,
I want to see
cool.
it.
It's cool. Do you like Mary Poppins?
You know, as much as the next
person,
teenage boy, you know, from the 90s, I guess. I gotta check that. And so you teach. What do you teach again?
Biology.
Yeah, that was not my strong subject.
Middle school biology.
So what is it? That's not frogs and shit yet,
It is
right?
frogs and shit.
You're doing frogs and shit.
Frogs and shit. Yeah.
Damn. So that was a regular part of your life. I was thinking E.T.
Yeah.
That scene in E.T. when he comes around, he's dropping the cotton ball.
It's not that horrific, but
He's not killing the frog in front of you.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
It's still odd though. I think that we still do dissections. I
mean, we can learn everything through video.
Yeah, there's so many virtual like dissections, and like just getting frogs in a Ziploc bag is very strange, you know.
I mean, I could see maybe even one dissection in the front of the class. You do it on like the TV for everybody to watch. Watch it live is one thing. I get it because you can manipulate the parts as you talk about them and whatever.
Yeah.
But why do kids need to be cutting frogs open? I feel like we have enough serial killers in this world.
Yeah.
It's definitely like
I spend the whole year telling them how to like preserve and like honor life, you know, essentially. And then
it's a little scary.
We end it with cutting this frog open. So
it's
it's definitely dark.
Circle of life thing going on.
Definitely dark.
And building possible serial killers.
Yeah,
so be careful.
That's my red flag. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dissection.
Because you don't do anything bigger than a frog, right? Is that kind of the biggest?
A starfish.
Starfish.
Yeah, and a frog.
Wow.
Yeah.
We did a sheep's brain when I was in high school.
Man, that's intense.
Yeah.
I never even did that.
Sheep's brain.
Good for you.
No, I didn't like it.
Cow eyeball?
Was it a cow eye? We did a cow eye, yes, to take out that lens
that was
in the
crazy.
middle. That was crazy. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
See, it's kind of cool because those things did stick with me as like these lessons that were like, holy shit, I'll never forget like why my cat's eyes are shimmering in the light. And I'm like, oh yeah, I ripped one of those out of a cow eye when I was 15.
Exactly.
It's definitely traumatic, but it's interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, but we're on a break for 4 days, so this is nice. I'm glad we get to do this. I have a teacher
Probably loving
convention this weekend.
No more Atlantic City for you?
No. I've never been to one.
Oh, I went down one year. We did a table at like the conference.
Oh, really?
For our like school programming.
Yeah.
And teachers party hard, like harder than anybody I've ever seen. Like bachelorette parties don't have shit on like 8,000 teachers in Atlantic City.
What were you doing there? What table?
We did we have like our duck races that we could do for like school fun days or escape rooms for like high schools. We do glow parties, which is a big seller. Sick. We do a lot of like proms and things like that, and game shows.
There's
so we
a
could
glow
do like
party
auditorium
going out at the school.
Really?
Yeah, I think next weekend. Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
They should have brought us in.
I know.
It's going to be underwhelming.
I'm sure, man.
I mean, it's cool. It's kind of it's popping off. It's doing its thing. Glow parties have become like the new hottest thing, and we do it really good.
What is it, glow?
Like
just glow
UV,
sticks?
black lights, lasers, glow sticks, and then we have like a 10-foot tall LED robot.
Okay.
He's like our mascot. He comes out with CO2 tanks and sprays
it's
to the
definitely
kids.
gonna be
It's intense.
underwhelming.
Yeah, it's like, but that's pricey. That addition alone is like $1,000, you know.
Really?
So school has to have some money. Yeah.
Is it a robot or is it a person?
No, it's a guy, a stilt walker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stilt walker.
I tried it out. I'll never make it.
No, yeah.
I can barely walk on my 2
Really?
feet. It's intense. Stilt walking's not easy, bro.
No, I know. I shot a music video with this, like, I think they're called Jumbi, which is a Nigerian stilt walker, and he was in a video of my man Arinze. Remember Talented?
Sam sounds familiar.
Arinze Onuga. But anyway, he's from Jersey, another MC. He had some stilt walkers in his last video, so that's interesting.
Wow. Let's get into what you do, because I feel like we need to talk about the Emmy.
Yeah.
Was interesting because it was for something that like I didn't even. That was like a side project thing. Because your main gig is
music
producing
production,
hip hop. Mostly hip hop, right?
Yeah, mostly hip hop, but I do a lot of commercial writing too, so that could be all different types of veins, but mostly hip hop. That's kind of like where I like to stay with it.
Yeah, that's you make crazy beats, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Soulful,
it. And you've heard beats. You've heard tons of beats
for years of it.
Beats, for sure.
I love it. I'd love like chilling in the studio just like for hours.
Yeah.
Beats wouldn't even get repetitive, you know. Usually they do.
It takes a special type
but you
of person.
always,
I hear you. Yeah,
exactly.
I know. That's why I usually produce on my own, because I always feel like people are. They make me feel self-conscious that they're like not enjoying themselves with hearing a snare for like 30 minutes straight, you know? I'm like,
no, it takes a certain type of person who to love music production to be able to sit in a studio on a song that they're not involved in.
Right.
And like, well, weed helps.
Yeah.
It keeps you at bay. I remember the first time I smoked a vaporizer was with you with like the volcano joint, when it was like the homemade volcano.
Yeah.
You made that shit out of like...
Well, a roommate of mine made
it.
Yeah, from Home Depot and Gatorade bottles and different things.
Pretty genius.
Yeah, it was great. He was like working at the hospital and taking all these tubings, and it was crazy.
Nice. It worked out.
Yeah, it
I used to
worked
love
out
that thing.
for years. For years it worked out.
Love that thing.
Yeah.
Crazy. So what are some of your like big production like accolades? Because I know you've been doing a lot of shit with Wu-Tang lately.
Yeah. I have some songs on their latest An American Saga, the thing that was on Hulu.
Yes, I still have to watch it.
Yeah. So I had a bunch of music on there. I've been producing, with Raekwon for like 7 years. I've done music with Cee-lo and Talib Kweli and KRS-One and just a bunch of different people. Ghostface, Schoolboy Q. Just worked on a lot of albums and done some engineering work for even more people.
Damn, I didn't even know that whole list.
Yeah.
You just named like 15 of my favorite artists.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
It's been cool to work with some of those guys, and and now I'm working with this artist named Felicia George. So that's like the newest project that's coming out. Wash Your Soul is the name of the EP. So it's gonna drop on Monday, actually.
Nice.
She's actually a former student of mine, which is crazy. Like 15 years ago, she was in my math class when I was teaching math. And she's on the Rhythm and Flow series on Netflix. So she's as Queen, that's her name on there, but she's doing her thing. She has a great album. I'm really excited to like be producing her debut album. So
that's awesome.
The newest project.
You produced it like top to bottom, is all you?
Top to bottom, me and my partner, Rhodes Art. Yeah,
Awesome, man.
So yeah, it's a really, really nice
I'm looking forward to that. I think you played me one jam last
At the
time.
studio, yeah.
Yeah, I was getting down with it.
She's
all right.
great.
I'm excited to hear it. We're let's play a couple right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right, so is there a single, like a first single you're putting out?
I'll play the title track, The Wash Your Soul.
Cool. And then did you do a video? I remember you were like doing some visuals
we're in the
last
midst, but no video yet.
Not yet?
Yeah, not yet.
All right, so for now we're going to be audio only.
Audio only.
All right, so what's it called?
Wash Your Soul.
Wash Your Soul. Yes. And it's Felicia George.
Felicia George.
Not Queen.
I guess Queen as well. But
so
Felicia
like
George
A.K.A.
is A.K.A.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Check it out. Wash Your Soul, Felicia George. Enjoy.
Watch yourself and wash yourself of murky, manipulated messages from medias that say you are less than blessed. Purge yourself of that poison, cause the description of God looks something like you. Watch where you go and what you give. Guarded bodies of chosen ones preyed on. I pray for you. In a war zone, attempting to cease your spirit, don't let nobody borrow your energy that won't give it back. Reciprocation is key. Be weary of unclean, soiled souls that are not free. Sage your spirit, grounded in lavender-bedded fields of manifestations. Calm your troubles, care for your calling, take back your power. Be mindful of your soul. There are light vultures that will steal your peace to pave their way, but what will always reveal itself is universal truth. The world is cold and some demons you see mask in light and peace. Watch as they look and pray for the day that your soul may stray away from your body and you hit release to the misery of this world, spearheaded by the police. They're waiting on you to wave the white flag in defeat, knock you on your ground and still your feet for you to retreat. But keep getting back up. You thrive in the heat. Pull your chair up to the table and take a seat. Reveal a trick of that melanated magic. Honey dripped, cocoa dipped, as the sweetest treat.
Wash your soul in the land of the free. Still your mind, but you're alive in your sleep. But when the world gets cold, it's your demons they see. Wash your soul, wash your soul, wash your soul in the land of the free. Still your mind, but you're alive in your sleep. But when the world gets cold, it's your demons they see. Wash your soul, wash your soul, wash your soul. Land of the free, but they still in your thoughts while you conscious. Watch how they profit off everything niggas accomplish. Body lay cold as the head of the media outlets. We watch it until it's a normalized topic. They take us, they trade us, they break us, we gotta survive it. We pass it, these bags that we packing ain't right when we got them. I hope they'll be healing and helping us solve the problem. Reverse it, my verse is just perfect for showing we got it. I hear you, that's the pain on your tongue. You better watch how you talking here in the land of the gun. The only thing I've been fearing is who I am when it's done. I got my people behind me, hold on my light like the sun. I got the strength of every black queen before my time, just for the hell of it. Add it all together, lead the nation to excel a bit. I don't fuck with who ain't on my level like I'm celibate. America selling a dream that ain't nobody cherishing. Wash your soul in the land of the free. Still your mind, but you're alive in your sleep. But when the world gets cold, it's your demons they see. Wash your soul, wash your soul, wash your soul in the land of the free. Still your mind, but you're alive in your sleep. But when the world gets cold, it's your demons they see. You better wash your soul, wash your soul, wash your soul. We ain't no different, then again who judging? My Sunday morning service, morning niggas by the dozen. And ain't no pill to pop to heal the trauma of our troubles. I pray for flowers and gardens, for candlelight and just pluck them. Singing songs from a mother's younger self with a reflection of God. A black woman open armed, that's how an angel evolves. Send 3 wishes above, I'm looking up till they fall. And the way they taking our people make me fear the response. How would you feel if every law was built against you? Would you get it then? When they see us, we fit the description of the worst offense. Don't matter who did it, all that matters is the golden skin. The way we appear is all the shit that they fear. Know every black woman got the E gene. black woman build the world so we can see dreams in real time. Keep revealing this power, I can heal mine. I cannot be stopped, my soul is clean. Unlocking doors until we wash your soul in the land of the free. Still your mind, but you're alive in your sleep. But when the world gets cold, it's your demons they see. Wash your soul, wash your soul, wash your soul in the land of the free. Still your mind, but you're alive in your sleep. But when the world gets cold, it's your demons they see. Wash your soul, wash your soul, wash your soul in the land of the free. Still your mind, but you're alive in your sleep. But when the world gets cold, it's your demons they see. You gotta wash your soul, wash your soul, wash your soul.
Damn. I feel that, like I really feel that record.
Yeah.
That was fire. That intro too, that beautiful like poetic intro with
Shelley.
Was that what if that was live? Was that harp live?
Piano,
keys,
guitar,
the violin.
Violin wasn't live. That was
a
sample.
It sounded so. Thanks, it sounded so fly with it, man. Everything blended really perfectly.
Thanks, bro.
It was really dope. And she spits hard.
She's crazy.
And got really catchy
Honestly,
hooks.
Yeah, she's really, really good. You know, she cares about it.
Yeah,
so,
and I mean, I'm from like a hip hop perspective. There hasn't been a female rapper in the last probably 20 years almost with like that type of vibe. Like I'm not comparing her to anybody, but almost like a Diggable Planets, you know, like kind of like 90s tone to her voice and like relaxed vibe that I think
she's like definitely, as far as a female, like if we're talking about, I haven't heard a female really like on that wave for a while, since like maybe Lauryn Hill.
That's what I was gonna say. I wanted to say Lauryn Hill, but it's totally different rap style. But yeah, like same concept, like Lauryn Hill, Diggable Planets. Like just that really like laid back, like
but
the
you know
brat
she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, it's a super conscious, super real, super poetic.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why I'm like saying aside from even females, there's not much of that even
in hip hop
in right a person right now. You know, so
true.
So she's definitely standing
fire. She's from Jersey.
Yeah,
love it.
Maplewood.
Love it.
South Orange area.
We need more Jersey rappers. I couldn't even name you one.
I know.
Could you?
It's sad.
Who's from Jersey?
I know. Not many.
Like,
yeah.
It's a long pause here. I don't have one.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess like Redman lives out here.
Just the people that I'm
people
recording.
live out here. Yeah. But like major, mainstream, big name rappers, Jersey's not even on the map. It's never been on the map.
Yeah.
And we're the most heavily populated.
I mean, it's been on the map.
Well,
it's been on the map, just not in recent times.
When? Who's big from Jersey?
Lauryn Hill. It's humongous.
She's Jersey.
Yeah.
She's Jersey born?
Yeah. From Maplewood, South Orange.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I taught one of her kids, Cee-lo, Marley.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Felisha though. Let's play another joint.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the next one? You intro it.
Black Sheep, which is going to be another single. This is definitely a little bit more aggressive of a joint. Really powerful. There's a visual coming for this soon. So, it's one of my favorites off the album. It's the intro track, actually. So,
nice.
Yeah, it sets it off.
So let's set it off. What is it again?
Black Sheep.
Black Sheep. Wait, where were we? Black Sheep, Felicia George. Let's get it.
Black nigga, grab him by the hood. Eyesight foggy, slip the third under the wall. Black nigga, trap nigga, following the rules. Master keep him busy by switching what's in the news. Black man, so misunderstood. Following the dream kept you sleeping without a clue. So black world, what you finna do? Black world, what you finna do? Look, they do not want us here, they do not want to fear. System is silent, they violent, they wanna kill. And betting we never heal. Pistol whipping wisdom with a white sock in a tight spot when that light stop. Everybody know that when I right stop, we was riding kicking with the night cops. But you gave in to them, now you a friend of them. You think y'all equals, but you are not kin to them. Your black is offending them. How you get in with them? Nah, see you just drop the ball. In the field it's like a cotton draw. Selling bodies off the blackboard to that blackboard with them scars for nah. Why would you tell them to stop it? They talking so off a topic. Meanwhile our bodies is dropping, no respect left at the coffin. They cuffed you bleeding and coughing, they don't think your life important. I need you to lock in your wisdom, it's blocking the knowledge you born with. You too black with 3 Ks, God said the dog will pass in 3 days. America selling a dream to our race, locking us up and then throw out the case. Brother got lost in the walls, stay out of cars, black men won't ever evolve. Even the score, I figure up for the ball. nigga, grab him by the hood. Eyesight foggy, slip the third under the wall. Black nigga, trap nigga, following the rules. Man, so keep him busy by switching what's in the news. Black man, so misunderstood. Following the dream kept you sleeping without a clue. So black world, what you finna do? Black world, what you finna do? Yeah, break out the chains, break out the locks. I'm on the move, and I never stop. I run the city like mayors, my face in front of the paper. My neighbors serve like a waiter. Tired of trying and losing my people, I pray to my savior. I hope that tomorrow is safer. Dedication, gotta come with patience. Ain't no reason I still haven't made it. Dated, grab a system by the neck and braided. Can't escape it, so I crack and break it. Say my city first and say the nation, throw that X up. You would think that me and Malcolm blood related. Fist up, they call that gang banging. Nah, think I'ma stop? Nah, do it for guap? Nah, black on black crime, they just racing to get to the top. Wow, part of the block now. You got the dirt on your mind, but yet you still cover your eyes. How? What was silent, you was good asleep. They got you playing the black sheep. Cover your body with black sheets. Pick the cotton, call it black fleece. Ku Klux had a Klux Klan, beat a brother down until his back bleeds. Set the hood up with a crack piece, and lock up who found it in alleys. I'm glad to see what makes you happy, and you call America classy. Black nigga, grab him by the hood. Eyesight foggy, slip the third under the wall. Black nigga, trap nigga, following the rules. Man, so keep him busy by switching what's in the news. Black man, so misunderstood. Following the dream kept you sleeping without a clue. So black world, what you finna do? Black world, what you finna do?
Worse, this is a black community, and you have cops closing doors. Like on Mother's Day, you have to leave your home
on Mother's Day
because we're about to bomb the black people next to you. Like you have to go
Felicia,
home.
Did you know after the shooting, they went into the town and they scavenged the town. They went into people's homes. They started beating them.
Yes.
They were beating kids. They were beating everyone.
I'm almost 100% sure.
When I heard how many times they beat the kids and what they did, I was like, nah.
Queen, let's play. Follow the leader, go hide the seeker. Break every chain, cause getting money don't mean getting freer. I pulled some niggas out the field and then I made them dreamers. Changed the demeanor of a slave and turned them all to believers. Watch who you trust with your keys. Padlock and tuck it with ease. I got the weight on my shoulder, I'm aiming wide to receive. Y'all feed the ego while I starve the one they left in our sleep. Put in the work to reap the benefits, I plot off the scheme. I see you eyeing my confidence, taking notes for your document. I'm a provident prophetess, you should fear about the consequence. Who you feel go as hard as this, watch me band us together. I'd rather win with an army who knows themselves, the competitor, never been better yet. I'm feeling off till I reach the top. Say the game is costly when they call, all the money drop. Silence always deadly to a nigga who just floss a lot. They aiming at my spot like I'm the target. Like be your own people, they drag you while you reaching the rise. They wanna see you winning the prize. Sometimes to be your own people, they love you when you share the light. Your success will start to mess with their pride. Sometimes to be your own people, they be siding, they be pleading the fifth. They be lying when they straddle the fence. Sometimes to be your own people, it be your own. Sometimes to be your
hey, where
own
your
people.
heart at? Disloyalty is where you niggas fall at. A snake is what my homies out here call at. That's why I stay solid to the reaper, come to take me out my physical. And never tell my niggas they would never reach my pinnacle. We supposed to motivate each other, try helping one another. Niggas ain't real, they had a nerve to say that you my brother. Fuck that. Cross me, then gon' ask me where to trust at. Sending shots at me, play the victim when I bust back. People who betray you are just part of the plan. A lot of niggas hate you when you got the world in your hand. And switch sides for opportunity. My spirit is protected, so ain't nothing you can do with me. You lucky boy, cause usually I say that I'm the greatest and I mean it and I flaunt it. And all of us mob deep, we America's most wanted. My sister hit me like wonder, I need you to lay that fire. I'm on my way, I'll hit you soon as I arrive. Who am I? The only one you can never keep me boxed in. When I inspire you like when Nas ran into rock him. It's like I'm selling dope, I say word, them birds flock in. G and Queasy the key, you add me and we all locked in.
People, they drag you while you reaching the rise. They wanna see you winning the prize. Sometimes it be your own people. They love you when you share the light. Your success will start to mess with their pride. Sometimes it be your own people. They be siding, they be pleading the fifth. They be lying when they straddle the fence. Sometimes it be your own people. Yeah, it be your own. Sometimes it be your own people.
Tonight, after police removed Ramona Africa from the house on Osage Street. She was taken to Misericordia Hospital in West Philadelphia, where she refused treatment for a second-degree burn. Then police took her to police headquarters, where homicide detectives are questioning her right now.
Damn, yes. Fire. So those are 2 songs back to back, right?
Those 2 will be a back-to-backer.
Okay, what's the second one called?
Be Your Own People.
Be Your Own People.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy, man.
Yeah, right.
I haven't heard hip hop like that in forever, dude.
Love that shit.
That shit is real. It's just this shit like needs to pop. And then you said that was J Wonder.
J Wonder.
How you spell Wonder?
1DA. So J.
The number 1.
1DA.
Wonder. He was dope.
He was dope.
He did his thing.
Yeah, he's definitely.
And he's Jersey artist too.
Jersey as well.
Where at?
I think Irvington.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's go, Jersey on the map.
I know.
Let's do this.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Dude, yes, that shit is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited for this album.
Doing shit though, man. I mean, like
I know.
You know, like when I met you.
Yeah, no, hell yeah.
Too,
shit was going down.
Yeah, things were happening.
Shit was going down.
It just feels like there was definitely a lull.
Yeah. But I just meant more in like the mainstream of like hip hop. Everybody thinks New York. No one thinks Jersey. If in fact Jersey gets shit on, we get shit on. We get the raw end of the deal. Like,
I mean, but Jersey's respected, man. I mean, they're always in like anytime I feel when I'm like in New York and at any clubs and all that stuff. Jersey's like heavily represented still.
Like we're out here, but if you ask people from New York, like, hey, how do you feel about Jersey in general? How do you feel about Jersey? Everyone's gonna hate on us. No one's like, oh yeah, I love going to Jersey. Yeah. No one's on that. No one says that.
People who live in New York are just annoying.
Haters.
Man. Yeah,
haters.
They just stay in New York. All my friends that moved to New York never come back.
Never come home. Mine too.
Yeah.
Same
like,
here.
yo, we should get together, and it's just like inherent.
You come to me.
Come to there.
Yes, you come there. Like that's it. It's like, why I live in New York. There's shit to do out here. It's like, don't you want to get out of that? I can't. I could never live in New York City.
Hang out on a deck somewhere and talk about stuff.
Don't you want like trees and oxygen in your life?
Exactly.
Like, why does everything need to be like honking horns and constant foot traffic? Like, shit drives me crazy in New York. I get stressed out. Second I get out of the tunnel, I'm like, my anxiety level rises a little bit.
You got to be on point.
I can't drive. I hate driving in the city. I drive in the city all the time because as much as I hate driving in the city, I hate public transit more. And like, now I got to get to the train station to catch this train or this bus by this time.
Yeah.
I'd rather sit in traffic.
Into the city. I mind parking in the city.
Parking, but I hate like being in the city and just like no lane. Lanes don't mean shit. Taxis don't give a fuck. Yeah. It's as bad as you can imagine. If you've never driven in a city, it's the worst thing you can imagine.
If you've never driven in New York City,
you would get an accident first time.
Hell yeah.
First time, because your instincts of like, oh, I'm gonna go now, or let me wait, or let me push. You need to just like be so in the moment, so much more in the moment than you are in any other city. LA is a joke compared to New York. LA is just traffic. It's just way too many people all driving slow. Yeah. In New York, it's way too many people that don't follow the rules, don't give a fuck, and it's 90% taxis and Ubers and Lyfts and shit.
Right.
So it's
they're moving
fast. They're trying to get that paper, trying to switch it out. It's rough.
I know,
but
that's why I don't go visit any of my friends.
I'm Jersey for life.
Yeah.
I mean, I like going.
Yeah.
I like the occasional visit. That's it, though. I can never live. That's what I'm saying. More than anything.
Can never live there. It's appealing sometimes. I mean, I've been in New York and I felt like, oh, this is obviously an amazing vibe, you know, like you're just around a lot of shit, but it's like too much.
For like a week here, like that's it. Like I'm good. I'd be the dude, I'd prefer to live in like a cabin in the mountains for longer than that. You know, I can handle that more than I can handle. And I like people. I'm a people person. I need that. But I prefer, I like nature. I don't know if I love nature. Right. You need to love nature to camp. If I went camping, I would be like glamping.
Right.
I'd be that dude. Like I like going on my hikes, and then when I come back from my hike, I want to like sit on a cushion that's attached to like a chair. Yeah. That's like in a room that's temperature controlled. Okay. That have a bed to sleep in later. Like I could do a couple nights camping. I haven't done it since I was like a teenager. Like in sleepaway camp, we did like a week, like 3 nights. 2 nights in the woods. It was like in tent with a canoe, and we'd wrap our tent up. No cushions, just our sleeping bag.
Okay.
But you know what happened to me on that trip? It was wild, actually. Our canoe flipped, and I was in the middle of the water. Water wasn't too deep. It maybe went up to my knees.
Okay.
Mike was with me, actually, and Jared. I think they were both with me.
Nice.
A fishing hook, a fishing line that I guess was like attached to something and was in the water, was like, it was like stuck, so it was just there, wrapped into my leg, and the fishing hook went into like my calf.
A random hook.
Like it was a fishing hook attached to the fishing line.
It's horrible look.
It just went, I know, it was insane. And I like had to literally like in the middle of this river stand on one foot in sneakers. Like our canoe was supposed to flip. I wore sneakers, like I'll be good to canoe, right?
Of course. Right.
So, of course, for the rest of the trip now, I had like wet sneakers, which to me, if you ask me, as far as things that could happen in your life, it's one of the worst top 3
Being
things.
wet is horrible.
But like you're soaking wet sneakers.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And you're camping for 2 days. It was the first time I ever got like that, like rot on the bottom of your feet when they just become, not rot, but what, I don't know what the hell it is.
I don't know. What are you talking about? Like what?
It happens. It's happened to me twice now. Both very unfortunate. That was one. But
what happens?
Basically, I don't know, like waterlogged. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Waterlogged, where your feet become like really
swollen.
The bottom of your feet become really
blistery.
But like not, like, I guess blistery, but it's like it happens. It's it's like chafing, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to describe it.
Blistery sounds better than chafing.
All right, it's pretty bad.
Okay.
And what happens is you can't even like walk on it. Like it hurts to like walk on it. It like burns.
Wow.
It's like a deep burn. It happened to me then, and then I actually fell into the canal in Venice.
In Venice, just a random canal.
Like you've been to Venice?
Drunk? Yeah.
I was not even drunk, which is the sad part.
So
I was taking a picture.
And
I put my foot on a step. There's areas in Venice where steps go straight down into the canal. If you listen to my podcast, you listen to Tony Loco's episode. You've heard this before. I apologize, but I don't. This is what it's about.
Well, tell me. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You basically put a foot. Because the steps are, the water comes up and down. Right now, it was low, so there's no water on it. So I put my foot on the step, and I'm trying to take a picture like through the canal because there's a really nice little arch. So I'm putting my foot there, and I'm leaning forward to take a picture. My boy who's with me goes, yo, could you imagine if you fucking fell in right now?
Yeah.
And I went, bro, don't even say that. I didn't even finish the sentence. My foot slipped because it was like all algae and slippery.
Wow.
Slipped, and literally, it was cold. It was middle of January. Thank God, because if it was summer, Venice canals are like, you have to go to the doctor if it goes above
Hepatitis B.
into your like penis hole or whatever. So basically I slip and it catches both my feet and I slide down 3 steps so the water hits my ass, like all the way up just up my ass, and I like climb out. My boy helps me out. He has a camera around his neck, doesn't even snap a photo. So I have to give him like love and respect for that. But it was one of the worst moments. That the rest of my Venice day was spent, I stood in an alley and like where the sun was hitting, and I took my socks off and wrapped them around a pole and wringing my pants out, trying to find a store with sponges so I could shove them in my shoes. And then that day, like by the end of that day, I rode the train home shoeless.
In Venice?
Yeah, all the way back to Florence. Like I took the train home and my feet were hurting so much, even just being in my wet shoes, that I had to take my shoes off. I gave no fucks. And I like just put like a newspaper, so whatever, on top of my feet so that no one saw my raw feet, and just like sat there just like airing out my feet. I don't know what it is.
Your
if anyone knows.
With you, not snapping photos?
He's with me the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah. He didn't take any pictures
official.
He actually took one picture because at one point my socks are soaking wet.
Right.
No, I'm not putting my feet into my shoes raw. Like that's more disgusting to me.
Right.
I'm gonna wear these wet socks. So we went out to eat. We ate right in the water. They had heaters above the tables.
Amazing.
So I took my socks. I took my shoes off, put them out to dry on a chair next to me so the heat was hitting it. Took my socks, put them inside like a napkin.
Right.
Sat it on the table right under the heat. So you couldn't really tell that my socks were chilling on the table. My boy knew. He wasn't happy that he ate lunch with my socks 8 inches from his nose.
Wow.
But it was great because I just kept on flipping it over like a burger. I was like heating it in the lamp.
Did
and
it
was
work?
Like, yeah. By the end of the meal, the socks were literally dry. And then I put them back into wet shoes. So it was like it slowly got wet again. By the end of the day, I was fucked. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
So just word to the not so wise.
Yeah.
Stay out of fucking water with your shoes. Bring a change of socks. Now I have a change of socks with me at all times, like in my bag. Well, that bag's massive.
Do you really have change of socks?
Yeah, I have 3
all the time. It's like
they
an
stay
anxiety
fit.
now.
It is. It's like, you know what? The one thing underwear and socks are the 2 things that you'll ever need. I could wear the same pants and shirt for 3 days if I need to.
Right.
So for me, it's like a necessity. Like, what if I do have to run somewhere and do something? It's like an emergency. I'm that dude. You see my bag. I've always been this guy.
Just prepared for a change.
Not like the end of the world,
yeah.
but for any scenario. Like, I just want to be that guy that has it. If you need it, I want to be the guy. You're like, yo, you have Advil? Yo, you have melatonin? Yo, you have like caffeine strips? I need a Band-Aid. You have bacitracin? I need 2 AA batteries. How about a hairbrush? How about a fan?
Wow.
How about a HDMI cable, RCA cable, Mac charger, GoPro? Yeah. Like, dude, like I just have it all in little pockets.
Like yeah.
So I'm that dude. I'm like Felix the Cat out here.
Wow, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, I'm Alex the Hat. On the fly.
Do you have melatonin right now?
I do. I got these little strips.
Okay.
They're actually pretty dope. They taste like an asshole. But
see, the only thing that I grab on the way out to make sure that I'm good, unless I could prepare for like I know I'm gonna go out to a different event or whatever, is like I wear contacts.
Okay.
So I just always have like another pair.
That you need.
Because I'm like blind.
Really?
Like, for real.
You don't have glasses to back up?
I do have glasses
as
backup, but like glasses can get snatched off your face and broken.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
jinkies.
Like, I need.
No, totally. I had glasses for most of my life. I had contacts. I was such an idiot with my contacts, though.
Do you have bad vision?
I did. I got LASIK.
You got LASIK?
I did. I got LASIK because.
How many years ago?
Probably almost 8-9 years ago now. What happened was in college, like an asshole. I mean, I was never good with my eyes. When I got my contacts, my doctor made me come back another day because I had to put them in and take them out in front of him to let him know that I was confident in doing it. And I could not.
Oh, gotcha.
Literally, they had to shut down shop. I was there for an hour, like trying to get it in and out of my eye one time for him. And I'm like, I did one. Is one good enough? He's like, nope, I'm not giving them to you. Come back tomorrow.
Wow.
So I had to come back the next day. And then I just was really lazy with it. I was like, I'm good, right? If I sleep in and I wake up, it's a little dry. I blink. I'm good. So I left them in for months, dude. Months.
You slept in them?
Slept in them for 5 months, maybe.
Oh my God.
Maybe 6. So listen, what happened?
I can't even imagine.
Listen, what happened,
dude.
dude.
Had to be fucking falling out of your face.
That shit that they tell you about that can happen to your eyes. Like they told me when it happened, they said you could build up an intolerance to contacts. I didn't think this was possible. I thought, okay, first of all, I woke up, my eyes were really red and pink and really like not swollen, but like sunlight burned the fuck out of my eyes. And I was like, what the hell's going on? I called my mom. This is weird that this happened. I was like, I think I have pink eye, right? Because my eyes were like a little itchy. They were red. So I was like, I think I have pink eye. Can you just get the doctor to send medication? Because I was in college. Doctor, without even me seeing me, just sends me a script for pink eye drops. So I'm using pink eye drops for 2 weeks without putting contacts in. My eyes slowly get better, right? It was weird for like 2 days, 3 days. They were pretty fucked up.
Right.
Take a fresh pair of contacts, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, put them in. Within 30 minutes, red ring starts forming around my eye. They start getting really dry and blinky and itchy. Take them out. Months go by with me wearing glasses. I take another fresh pair, put them in. Same shit happens. Like literally my eyes, I could not wear contacts anymore. And I could not go back to glasses because now I needed them like pretty regularly. And then luckily I was a candidate for LASIK.
Wow. Do you know what your prescription was?
I don't know. I was farsighted. Is that when you could see? No, I was nearsighted. You could see far.
Yeah.
No,
you could see near.
I could see near.
Further things were blurry.
It's always been a hard thing to remember for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know. Now I'm perfect. Now I'm great. I suggest everybody going and seeing if you're a candidate for LASIK. Your vision needs to stay the same for a little bit.
I'm definitely a candidate.
So you should, dude.
Would never do it.
Why?
I just don't want to be 9 years old and my retina falls in my lap when I look down.
I don't think that's how things go,
I don't even want to fuck with it, bro. My vision is so bad, and I've had like chilling dreams of me going blind. Like really fucked up nightmares about that shit. Because my vision's like bad. So like without my lenses, super like legally blind, all that shit. Like
damn, like Magoo
3
status.
inches from my face. Shit
no way.
Blurry as
3 inches.
Yeah. I don't know if you know anything about like prescriptions, but like mine was is negative 750. So like whenever you go back and you find out what your prescription was,
oh my God,
you're probably like 300 or 2 something or like whatever. It's really fucking bad.
That's insane.
And I'm colorblind.
Wow. Add that to the list. They can't fix that, I don't think.
No.
But you should Dude, if your vision is that bad,
Horrible. That's
go
horrible.
go and just get it looked out.
No way.
Get it looked
I know
at.
I'll be good. I'll be a candidate for LASIK.
So why? So you're scared that in the future it's just your eyes are gonna fall out of your head?
Or during the procedure, they fuck up. The margin of error is literally me going blind then in that eye if the doctor fucks up.
I don't do you know how many people
fuck
get
about-
LASIK every day at this point?
Mad
though?
people. When it
So
first
many.
came out, I was a candidate, and I held off. And now,
But now we're
I
at the
know-
point where it's like
I know
the technology's
so many
come
people
so
like
far.
you, 100%. I know my uncle's gotten it, cousins of mine have gotten it. Vouch for it.
My vision was not even anywhere near yours, and I was like, I need it right now.
Bro, my
I
shit's
can't.
scary, yo. Yeah, like when I go to bed at night, I have to make sure I know like where lenses are. Like if anything goes down, I gotta grab some shit, or else I'm like going in a corner. You could just fucking. I tell Casey all the time. I'm like, yo,
How many you have to have mad contacts ordered and prepared just on that
tons.
apocalypse
A year
shit?
supply.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Damn, what do you have? 2 weeks?
No, daily. Dailies.
You have a year supply of dailies. You have 365 pair of contacts in your house.
Yeah, or like what
Like
is
a
it,
closet of 'em?
730?
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I do. It's a huge box of contacts.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah. But anyway.
Let's. I want to talk more about some things.
Not
So
our
you a little bit. Well, this is about you. No, but I want to talk music videos. So that's like your other craft.
Yeah.
So which I'm a big fan of. I think the art is like sadly fading away because
Right.
like it's not on TV anymore. No one's watching videos unless they're YouTubing it.
Yeah.
So it's like definitely a
People
dying
filming
art.
shit right on their iPhone.
Yep.
You know?
Everybody has a fucking perfect.
Yeah.
The new iPhone camera is probably better than most DSLR
No
cameras.
doubt.
And it's insane.
Yeah.
And you could buy a $150 gimbal
Yeah.
and shoot like a pro,
Right.
guerrilla style anywhere.
For no money.
It's kind of amazing. And as amazing as it is, and as so many people could be making great music videos, I feel like it's not happening as much. Like, what's the best music video you think to come out in the last like 10 years?
I wouldn't know, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm the wrong person to ask for that, though. I don't.
But you make videos.
I do. Yeah.
So you don't study the art at all? Do you kind of separate
Not
yourself?
like not at all, but I like to separate myself. I like also don't want to be super heavily influenced by like things. I just like I'm more curious of what I'd come up with, not knowing of what's out there.
That's my cousin's a comedian. He feels the same way. You know, he doesn't want to watch any other comedians. He doesn't watch comedy movies really.
Right.
He doesn't want any external influence in his art, and I get that.
I'm not like
I get that.
super like again. I'm not like like blocking it. If
Right.
someone is like watching something or I learn about something that I do watch, or like a TV show or a music video that I get put onto, like I'm always like a fan of good stuff. You know.
Right. But you're not like out seeking it and like sitting at home watching it. What about hip hop though? So you make hip hop. You still listen to hip hop.
I still, but again, kind of in the same lane with it. I'm
Right.
not like super tapped into a lot of things on purpose. And then there's like stuff that I get put onto with people that I trust their like musical taste and like that I just randomly start vibing to. But I'm not out there. Like I don't even have a music subscription to any.
No? You know
streams.
Spotify? No
Spotify.
Apple?
Nothing. Literally, if I want to like find a song, I'll go to. It's super weird.
You're a musician,
On YouTube.
dude.
I know.
I mean, I do understand the idea of separating yourself like from your art and from the other artists out doing what you do, but at the same time you want to know like what's popping and what sound
100%.
is
and I'm
hot
not like
where,
totally removed.
Right, obviously
I'm just
not
on the lower
listening
end
to your
of the
music.
bell curve. Yeah,
your
like,
music is very on point, especially
Thanks,
with
man.
her style.
Yeah,
Those beats are amazing, dude. I gotta like
thank
give
you,
it up
man.
for you for real.
Thank you.
Shit
Thank
is,
you. Yeah,
it's
some
really
of my
really
favorite
nice.
stuff.
Yeah,
and like doing it for somebody like Felisha, like that. I like not only because I don't want to make it about like I was like a teacher of hers, but it's
no, that's insane. You
it's
saw her come up
fucking
as a
crazy.
child.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As like a just as a kid, she had such a good personality, and like you could tell she was like just really dope, you know, like just as a person, you know, like she got it on a more mature level. And then like years later, her seeking, you know, me out, or like me inviting her to the studio, or just whatever happened to like get to the point where we're like doing music together now, and seeing like what she grew into is like insane. It's definitely like not expected as a full circle kind of like, you know, relationship in a sense. Like, you know, how many teachers even keep in touch with like certain students of theirs? And not only did we keep in touch, she's like ill at music, and somebody that I'm like, oh, I would love to produce, you know, more songs for somebody like you, you know.
Hell yeah.
And you're you, so.
It's awesome. And this project is top to bottom you and your boy.
Yeah, me and my man Robbie.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So what kind of live instruments are on that? Like what's like your main, I'm looking at your studio right now.
Yeah, everything in here. I mean, like live drums, you know, a lot of Fender Rhodes and different types of keyboards and a lot of stuff. But we also have some samples on there, you know, keeping it like very like hip hop oriented and like, you know, a lot of the, you know, organic elements that I like hearing in music, and also fusing it with some of the newer sounds, you know. So she's more current in a sense, you know, but her lyrics are really what just stand out to me, you know, as far as in the landscape of stuff now. There's not many people that are, and I don't want to even categorize her as conscious. She's just like an actual, she's just an intelligent girl who knows what the hell she's talking about, you know.
Right.
And I appreciate that angle, you know. It's like what I admire, whether or not it's like mainstream or like, you know, Jersey artists.
Right.
One thing about Jersey artists, I feel like whoever has come from here has always been respected as like a lyrical artist, and I feel like now more than ever that's not really celebrated, you know. So it's like even more difficult for a Jersey artist to like shine through. But that's why I believe in her, because she's just a real powerful, very, you know, big advocate in her community. She ran for the Board of Education as like one of like kind of like a student ambassador in a sense, you know, like trying to like be on the board and actually like make some change. So she's about what she talks about, you know, and
that's
like,
awesome.
I can respect that. Like I believe her lyrics because she's been doing it, you know. And I have a good sample size, you know.
That's really cool. It's cool, especially because it kind of came full circle that she's now
sure.
working with the school. She came from the school.
Yeah.
Is she in the same like area where she came up? She's still living where she came up?
Yeah, well, she's actually living in Philly now.
Okay.
So,
but staying representing Jersey, right?
Staying representing
My
Jersey.
brother moved out to Philly. Now he's like going to Phillies games and gambling on the Eagles. I'm like, bro, you were out there for a year. You're a fucking Philadelphian now. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. He can't even jump ship like that, man. Like for a year in Philadelphia.
He's a Redskins fan. He's not even a Giants or Jets. Nothing. He's got his own thing going on.
Yeah.
But.
Right.
Yeah, like I feel like when you move to Philly, I know a lot of people move to Philly and then just start like all Philly diehards.
Yeah.
I don't like that city.
I mean, I've had like good experiences in Philly musically. I feel like it was always like a cool city, but like sports, they could go somewhere.
And the people, and it's really like I don't feel safe. My car was broken into on Christmas Day.
Wow.
Yeah, they broke my window and took. Like, it's funny, they took my bowl, but left the weed sitting right next to it, took a pair of Five Below sunglasses, and a handful of change and bounced.
That's interesting.
But it's like, just having to replace the window. That ever happened to you? Have your window broken?
No.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And then drive home from Philly to Jersey on Christmas Day in the cold with no window. Yeah. At least I had the weed.
How were your socks? Dry?
Socks were dry.
Good.
Socks were dry.
Good.
Again, that's the worst. That's the worst thing they can have.
Mike used to live in by Temple.
Yeah.
That was
Drexel.
Yeah.
Drexel.
Drexel.
Yeah.
Right.
They're in
Drexel.
Yeah, they're kind of close. Philly's so small. That's like compared to New York, every city is really tiny.
Right.
I just came back from Atlanta. It's
Every
like
city.
shocking. Boston, shocking. You could walk the whole city.
Yeah, Venice.
In minutes.
Yeah.
No,
I'm serious.
Stop bringing it up.
But,
no, Venice is weedy though. But European city is tiny. But then you come to New York. I mean, it's a small city, sort of, but it's not. It's so fucking long and. You know how many restaurants are in New York? Oh, one guess. How many restaurants?
I don't know. 1.5 million.
No, that was a bad guess. 24,000.
That seems low, yo. I don't even know why.
I don't know.
I feel like that's like not a lot of restaurants.
It sounds like it's a lot in like how many square miles is Manhattan? I'm talking about Manhattan, not New York, like all 5 boroughs.
Yeah,
I don't know. Crazy. So you got videos coming out for a couple of those songs?
Yeah, a couple of those singles. So Black Sheep and Wash Your Soul. I released a new video with this other artist, Oxygen, recently, and that's out. So yeah, I've been doing more videos.
Nice.
I'm trying to shoot a short film next year called Hey Joe. So
Little can I get a tagline? Do we get like a?
It's like about
summary?
It's like a love story between like this guy and this girl, but like they won't have sex. So, but during like one night, this like spirit kind of like rapes her, and now she's like giving birth to the Son of God.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I wasn't expecting that turn right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like it's a play on basically, you know, like just Mary and Joseph as if it were happening today. But there's no God. Everybody still worships the sun.
Okay, but it's modern day.
Modern day.
That's interesting.
It's like
if that never happened,
right,
and if it happened now.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
It's cool. So the script is written. We're going to start auditioning and doing some things like that. So
I'm trying to get into acting. You let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Man.
I got some cousins who do extra work. Let's do it. Stunt driving.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's do it.
That's cool, man. So are you in what side of things do you feel like you're more attached to, like the music side or the video side, or kind of
staying creative,
just enjoying it all,
feeling my brain like buzzing, whatever makes it feel like that is like where I need to be. So sometimes it's music, sometimes it's video, sometimes it's both, you know, sometimes, you know, an album's dropping with a video, and sometimes there's radio silence, you know, just go with the flow with it. But I'm always doing something, you know.
Yeah, that's good. That's
and like music, I guess, is a more constant because it's just like something I do constantly. You know, like I'll always sit down and like write songs and do things like that. Videos take a little bit more of a, I don't know, coordination and having other people involved, and you know, like it's just a longer process. Whereas like music is more like immediate. So I would say I'm 90% of the time working on music until the times I'm not, and then I'm, you know, doing those other things.
Word. So when did you start making music? Like what was the first beat you ever made? Like what year? How old were you?
The first song I ever made was a song called Waves, and it was just on piano because I was just taking piano lessons. Nice. I was probably about 6. So like
no way.
First grade. Yeah.
You wrote it?
Yeah, wrote it.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You have it recorded?
My grandfather does, yeah.
Oh, wow. You got to get that. You got to get that for the documentary.
He does have it. He mentioned it, actually, not too long ago. It's funny. But
that's
I haven't
cool.
heard it since, like, a really long time ago. I remember him playing it for me maybe when I was, like, a teenager and, like, thinking, like, how horrible it was. But, you know, I was 6.
You're fucking 6 years old.
Yeah. So that was the first, like, song, though. And I was, like, since then, I played in school kind of bands until high school, and then I was always playing piano, and then I was in some rock bands outside of high school, like this band called Phillips Head, and I was playing with them, and we were doing some like small like gigs and tours and different things like that, and then everybody broke up, and I was always doing hip hop on the side, like just making stuff in my keyboard, and that eventually turned into me doing hip hop production like full time. But it was cool because like growing up with like band playing and like making our own albums and like recording ourselves and doing all that stuff, it was kind of just like an education to like what was to come as far as like an engineer and being able to like be self-sufficient and like knowing that I could be the engineer and the producer and the videographer and like all of the things, because I've always been like in a situation where we had to pull off shit with no funds, you know,
right,
and like just be everything you can. So.
Well, that's the key is to master everything and be your own videographer, tour planner, producer, everything.
I know.
And it, you know, it all kind of falls within. I'm kind of like that too, like jack of all trades. And it's nice to like be able to switch when one thing starts getting too monotonous. 100%. You're like, well, I'm gonna get behind the camera and let's do something. Let's get creative.
Inspired like this.
Totally. It's important to like stay fresh and keep it totally like organic and just like whatever feels right at the moment.
Do you meditate?
100%. I try. I've tried.
Have you ever like tried and like felt like whoa?
Succeeded?
Like that felt good. Not succeeded like you.
Like
you know what I'm saying? But like.
I have, yes. In times when it was like I was in California and San Diego on the beach, and I just came from like a yoga class with my aunt. I was like, let me try this.
Right. So that burning, that buzzing kind of feeling is what I associated with like my brain. Like when I'm like in it and I'm really like inspired and all that shit, that's what that shit feels like. You know? So like if I'm there, regardless of what I'm doing, I know it has to be like healthy in a sense, you know?
Interesting.
But yeah.
Have you ever done a isolation tank?
No, I want to.
I think you would love that.
Yeah.
That's the other time that I've meditated and felt that.
I want to.
It was kind of hard to get there the first time.
Yeah.
Like because it's so new. It's nothing like too. Yeah. I thought I would be claustrophobic. I thought it was like a tank, like almost like a casket. Like it was closing over my head. No, it's like a room.
Gotcha.
It's like an 8-foot ceiling. You know.
Okay.
Legit. But the only issue for me was the wall. The walls are really close.
Darkness.
Complete darkness. Complete darkness. You could turn on this little LED ball if you want to see where the towel is to like wipe your eye. You could have this thing on. You want complete darkness. The whole point is to like.
I know you want. You're alone, right?
You're alone.
No one else is with you.
No people
splashing around.
No, you're in your own
shit.
It's probably an 8x8 cube.
Okay.
Laying in saline like solution essentially, like heavily salted water, so your body's just at the surface floating, and there's kind of enough room for your arms and legs to be like fully spread out. Now the issue is if you move it all, your body slowly drifts to the left, and when you start feeling like
you hit a wall.
You hit a wall.
Fuck that.
So the hard part is to like get your body so still. I wish they made them a foot bigger on all sides. Because that's the hardest part, was to get past that. For the first half hour, I was pretty much like bipping and bopping my toes and fingers off the walls.
Cool.
And I was like, finally, like I got to the place right in the middle. I had about an hour left. It's 90 minutes. I had about an hour left. And I just started zoning. It kind of felt like I was like, you ever do shrooms?
Yeah.
Like the waves, you know, in the beginning, before it like really hits, it starts to go. I'm like,
breathe.
You're like, you like to get the tingles. It was a little bit of that, but like just completely internally.
Like, you didn't do shrooms.
Exactly.
You felt like that, you know?
I mean, my aunt, she's very spiritual, and she kind of like, she's convinced that we all have the ability to kind of, just with our brain power, unlock the psilocybin, you know, portion, or the tryptamine, you know, like
right.
that we can trigger that without drugs, with meditation and time, you know, and I believe that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, oh my God, it's just so much easier to eat a couple caps and stems and take a walk in the woods, you know?
Exactly.
It's one of the most beautiful things, honestly. Right. I'm not like a druggy dude. I've probably done shrooms all of like 10 times in my life.
Right.
Every time has been one of the best experiences I've ever had.
Yeah.
Except for the first, I did have a bad spin out. But
really?
We all separated from each other. I got stuck in the bathroom for 2.5 hours. I took a really scary shower.
Wow. Bathrooms are notorious.
Spin out zone, man.
Yeah.
That shower was insane. I was like staring at my feet, like, what the fuck are we?
Yeah.
What are we? Like looking at my naked body, just like having this weird human like meltdown.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I literally I thought everything around me was fake. I was in a room full of people. I thought none of them were there. I was like doing weird shit, getting clothes out of my closet, trying things on just to feel the material on my body type shit. And then at one point I just like looked at one of my boys. I was like, yo, you really here? And he's like, yeah, man. I'm like, oh, okay. And I was just like completely, you know, kind of hits you all at once that you're like when you come back sometimes. Like it's only happened a few times like that. Every time since then has been the best experience.
Nice.
It's almost like you need a bad experience to know how not to get to a bad experience.
Yeah, to control it.
You kind of need like a shaman, I think, your first time. Like you cannot just do shrooms with somebody who's never done shrooms and expect to have a two great day. No. That's what I did. It was two people who have never done shrooms before. No. We all got lost. We all lost our minds. My one boy was found in front of his TV. You know game Super Smash Brothers on N64?
Yeah.
There's a stats screen where it has every character, every game you've ever played stats. Like it's like a crazy matrix of number. Yeah, but it's like massive. It's like an all-time leaderboard for every player on every map against this player and the percentage of hits.
Wow. Okay.
And he's staring at the numbers and he swore that he like saw the answers to like the universe in the numbers, like the Matrix style.
Yeah, wow.
He lost his damn mind.
Sounds like you guys got a great batch.
Yeah, it was intense, man. I feel like it was laced with like some other shit.
Yeah.
But one time I definitely controlled fishes' minds. For real.
Yeah?
Yeah, my boy had a fish tank. and I was like right in the kind of peak. And we were just walking around his apartment, just kind of taking things in on our own.
Peak of just
in the trip. No, in the trip. Peak of the trip.
When I was at my best.
My best fish controlling days. No, I basically went up to the fish tank and I was like, my brain is working probably more than it's ever worked in its life. I'm like, these fishes have tiny brains. Tiny, probably the smallest brains that a conscious creature could have.
Yeah. So
I'm like, let me see what I could do. And I just put my hand on the tank, like on the corner, and I slowly pulled my fingers like back like this. And I'm not, this was not a hallucination because I did it again with 2 people watching and it happened the second time.
Right.
Like a little bit less, but it happened again. I went like this and I just pulled my fingers to the corner where my fingers touched the corner. All the fish in the tank, like all like grouped up into like a spade and started like, just like hovering towards my fingers. And then one at a time would like just dart out of the formation. And I was like, that's not normal, right? Like, I don't think you could just do that, make fish just come all to your hand. Like, that's not a normal...
I mean, hands are typically associated with food. So I'm hoping not hoping. I'm hoping you were controlling their minds.
Me too.
I don't know if you were.
Damn, you just ruined everything for me.
Sorry, yeah. I used to have a lot of fish too, man.
Okay.
I had a big fish tank, so I would say that...
They were just hungry.
They might have been hungry. They might have recognized that gesture of hand going somewhere, and they were like, whoa, that shit might drop something in here.
Shit. I'm going to stop telling that story.
Don't stop telling it.
Oh, I'm stopping. That's definitely what it was.
You have
makes
to
more
just
sense.
not say it's a hand thing.
But I'm not going to lie. It wasn't.
Okay, so then don't tell the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop that story.
Yeah, I'm dropping it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try. Next time I'll try and control their minds. Sans hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll believe you.
Then I'll fucking be on tour.
Right. Hell yeah.
Controlling people. So let me ask you, because you have a rock background, you musically, what are you into? Like, you make hip hop. Would you say you mostly are into hip hop?
I mostly listen to. If I'm not listening to hip hop and like R&B, like I'll be listening to jazz.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
That's my second. It's my go-to secondary.
Right.
For 100%. What kind of jazz?
I mean, I guess like all different types. I don't know, like standard jazz to, Oscar Peterson is like my favorite piano player, so I listen to a lot of like stuff like that.
You like mostly like piano players as far as like classic jazz goes?
Really?
No, all over the place?
Yeah.
I like a little like Wes Montgomery.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm definitely, even like new kind of like hip hop jazz producers, like J. Rawls, J. Rawls?
Yeah.
Like I just fuck with that. All the hip hop I listen to even, and there's a lot of it. I know we were talking last time, you're like, there's not a lot of jazzy hip hop. I'm like, I'm gonna put you on some jazzy, really like calm hip hop. But everything I listen to is jazz influenced in some way for the most part. It kind of controls all elements of music. R&B, hip hop, like the stuff I really fuck with is all really soulful, jazzy, funky, something, in that realm. Less like hard, raw. Like I fuck with that. It has its times and it has its moments in my life. Right. But most of the time I want to just vibe out and relax.
I think that's the thing. It's majority of the times it's like instrumental. It's not like a jazz vocalist that I'll be listening to. It's like an instrumental.
Same.
Like
I think as an artist you want that space to like think. Mm-hmm. I like instrumental music all the time. I listen to instrumental music. When I'm at work I just put on like lo-fi hip hop beats and jazzy shit in the back because it just keeps... I love the music, but lyrics sometimes will like cloud whatever it is I'm doing at the time. So I want to stay like conscious of what I'm doing and stay in the moment. I can make a phone call and have on some like background shit, but if there's a rapper on it or a singer on it,
it's confusing.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But it could be like just a little background beat and no one's complaining.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
So in my car, I'm probably listening to jazz or nothing. Literally nothing. I'll drive.
You'll do silence?
Just most of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I would go fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't. I like enjoy the silent part of the day.
I fill all silent voids in my life with music or like podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, I used to, but I don't anymore for a really long time because I just feel like, I mean, I'm doing a lot of music all the time, so I feel like the days that I'm like, the times that I'm not like in the studio and I'm like driving to the studio, I like want to think about like other shit, and I do get very distracted.
But that's what the jazz is good for, no? Or do you find yourself
so
caught
that's what
up
I'm saying.
in
Like sometimes, but again, I'll listen to it for like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm like back off, and I need to like be silent and like think.
See, when I'm driving, for me, that's my most easily stressed time in my life. I'm a very stress-free person. It takes a lot to stress me out. Driving, just because I want to get where the fuck I'm going, and we're in Jersey. It's loaded. We're loaded up out here. Like, getting here was a real pain in the ass. Like, I was sitting in 2 waves of, like, insane bumper to bumper, just like...
it's so annoying. Yeah.
And the only thing that keeps me sane in those moments is feeling like I'm entertained, like, by something else, other than, like, staring at the guy's headlights in front of me, saying, like, what the fuck are you doing in the left lane?
I guess you just don't, you can't
I need
say
to tone
those
out.
Things. Yeah,
well, I just need, I can't, silence just enhances those thoughts for me.
Because
like, if I'm paying attention to something,
silent.
True. I'm sure I could get used to it.
Yeah.
In time. But I feel like that's my time, too. To listen to podcasts, to listen to music. That's my favorite. Also, my favorite surroundings for music and my favorite sound.
Best surrounding and best sound.
Yes,
for sure.
I was gonna say.
I listen to my shit constantly.
You listen to it here, and then you bring it to your car and put it on the car just to hear it in the car.
That will justify
if
how
it's
shitty
ready.
I am.
No,
no, I'm sorry. It'll be if I play it in the car and it doesn't sound right. I know that just my ears are not right, and I have to mix more. You know? Like. So it is the ultimate test.
The car is like the final test.
100%.
I agree.
I love listening to shit in the car.
Because I think that's what I'm saying. I think that's when most people have the time to bump it. You're usually stuck for X amount of minutes. Or,
I get it. You know, that's when I will do it, but I'll also make sure to like be very silent.
That's good. I might just try it. I might give it a go.
Yeah.
I find that podcasts for me are really good because I am actually fully paying attention to something.
Yeah, I like podcasts too.
Like, if I'm listening to music that I know is one thing, it's great, but sometimes I'm still now like that's now background, and I
can't multitask
getting stressed.
With music.
Really?
Really find it very difficult. So even driving and exiting where I need to exit.
Yeah.
If I'm like really listening to music,
you'll be like, "Oh shit, I missed 3 exits."
Crapshoot. Yeah, I might not realize for a little while. So
that's funny.
I know to stay on point. Like in the city, like we were talking about.
Oh yeah.
It is windows open.
Yeah.
No music whatsoever. Windows down.
Yeah.
And no music. Like,
See, I'm windows down because you need the sounds of the city to help you. I feel like you're like Daredevil when you're in the city. You gotta like hear the bike that's coming up the outside your car before you ask or you put your hand out the window and you clothesline a fucking delivery guy.
Yeah.
It's an intense city to move around. Like, fuck, I just got a little bit anxious just thinking about driving in the city, like, and needing that extra sound. Like in Jersey, you don't need to use your ears.
Right.
You know, in New York, you need to use your eyes, your ears, your nose. You're like,
something's
on fire.
Yeah.
No, it's an intense experience.
I know. I had the
I feel
opposite experience. The least intense was I just came back from Iceland, and I went to Iceland. And to see the Northern Lights. So
oh my god,
yeah, it was pretty sick.
Tell me
my
what pictures
wife and
you can show
I
me.
Went out there. Yeah, honestly, it was so quiet and like it just forced me to become even more like introspective for those days and just like be even more present and silent and like, you know, rarely did we listen to any music out there because it was just like the sounds of everything going on is just like. It was very grounding, so it was just amazing. It's like another planet, man. I've been, you know, I've traveled a little bit, and this was more of a, like, just the wow factor of, like, seeing volcanoes and, like, glaciers and, like, the Northern Lights and, like, erupting geysers and, like,
you've seen
all that stuff. Waterfalls. No way. Literally, dude, it's like you driving around this island and then just stopping because you're like, that's the biggest waterfall I've ever seen in my life, and it's just over there. Do we walk up to it and just sit by it? And you sit by it. It's the wildest thing.
Oh my god.
And because it was like winter essentially out there now, like tourism is not as, prevalent as it is in the summer, and we were able to do all these things, you know, that were like would have been flooded with tourists, you know, but we swam through like there's the two continental plates, so like the North American continental plate and the Eurasian continental plate, and there's a rift basically between them. It's like a crack, and it filled up with water, and we swam that, and because both sides are basically volcanic rock, the water from the glaciers have been like traveling for hundreds of years through the volcanic rock, and like the water has the clearest visibility that you're swimming in all of the fucking world. So you literally could see like hundreds of meters in front of you and hundreds of meters down. It's like you're floating like above these like drops. You know,
you could like see the rocks probably like all the way.
Not to show you pictures, but
that sounds unreal.
It was unreal. I brought the GoPro, so we had it while we were swimming in there. It was like amazing. But there's like just things like that, you know, like.
Is that a crazy pricey trip?
It was really expensive.
Just getting out there and staying. You probably need a tour guide the entire time.
Right. So my wife went crazy. So I actually don't know how crazy this trip was because it was partly a birthday gift for me to go see the Northern Lights, and she rented this house that was literally like a glass house. I have to show you this while we're talking about it so you understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
Sorry, listeners.
Yeah, sorry. So anyway, I'll pull this up.
They don't get to appreciate the visual.
But this is what I'm saying. I didn't even post anything from out there yet because I'm looking at the photos and I'm like,
I know. Which ones what do I even do?
And I'm like, this can't even come close to the visuals, you know, of like everything. First of all, here, like this is us in the first day in the Blue Lagoon, which is just insane. Like, what is going on here?
Oh my god.
Right, exactly. Right?
That doesn't even look real. It looks like another planet.
Nothing looked real. It
looks like
I was on another planet. Right. And that was the trip. We were like, this isn't real. This is not.
They probably shoot a lot of like sci-fi.
So many things from Game of Thrones was shot out there. We went to the cave where the dragon glass was being made. It's on this thing called the Black Sand Beach. Oh. It's insane. It's all black sand. I'll show you that. But
that's like, cool.
It's crazy. But this is like, so when we landed, it was
it's like a hot spring?
Yeah, it's 100 degrees in the water.
Oh my god.
Outside, it was like 10 degrees, bro.
No.
It was the coldest I've ever been. I had icicles literally forming on my eyelashes, like in movies where you like...
Yeah.
Literally, that shit was happening.
So I bet if you splashed somebody, it would become like little pellets of ice.
Not because there's so much steam coming up, it wasn't like... But on the really back of my neck... Yeah, maybe.
It would come down as like hail.
Right. But this is like their hangout spot. Like on break from like work, they'll go to a hot spring.
And it's
they're all over. They're dotted all over the place.
But completely natural. That's not man-made. That's not like...
The Blue Lagoon actually is man-made. But it's natural geothermal activity underneath it. It's volcanic.
Okay, that's hot water too? That wavy one you showed me first?
Yeah.
All hot.
That whole shit is hot. Yeah.
So weird.
It's insane. But look, even like when we're driving out here, man, this is like... It's like Mars. It's lava fields on left and right. It's just like all lava. It just looks insane.
Yeah, it really does look like another planet, dude.
Yeah. So
that's a bug out.
Yeah, it was really a bug out. And this is our house. There's wild horses everywhere. So here's our house. This is our bed.
Oh.
So it's all glass. Right. Ceiling, everything. So we were looking at the Northern Lights. Exactly. Like the whole night you can.
Oh my god, Northern Lights are just above you the whole night.
Above us the whole night. It was insane. Which was even another lucky thing because it could be clear and you don't get to see the Northern Lights, or it could be cloudy.
Where are they? Show me them. I need to see these.
It's really tough to take pictures of them, but I will show you. I ended up catching like a couple.
See, that's a dream of mine to see the Northern Lights. That's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
So that's amazing that you did that.
It was amazing, dude.
That's really special.
Yeah. It was really special, actually. Just everything out there, man. I mean, just all these things.
What's Icelandic food like?
Like, where are we right now? These are natural structures.
What?
Feel me?
It's like stacks of like stone cylinders.
So this is the cave where we were in. Hold on.
The Game of Thrones cave?
Yeah.
So, yep, I recognize it.
Yeah, so this is the, here, this is what it looks like from inside of it.
Who got stabbed over there? I don't want to ruin any for...
Yeah.
No spoilers, never mind.
I mean, if anybody hasn't seen it now, fuck them.
I agree. But you know what's crazy? I remember when Jon Snow died the first time. Oh my god, yeah.
Feel me?
Yep.
It's crazy.
Unreal. When Jon Snow died?
Yeah.
They like... That night on Fallon, they were talking about that shit. it pissed me off so much.
Right.
Like, they gave you no breathing room. It was like 2 days later, you're spoiling it. Like, motherfucker, I DVR'd it.
So were you were into it?
I was season 1.
All
like Die Hard all the way to the end. I think it's the best thing ever filmed, and I hate people who like hate on the ending so hard. Computer just restart?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's weird.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't know why people hate so hard. I mean, everybody has their opinions now. I feel like it's a different world than it used to be. Right.
You should just accept the media that was given to you, and it was like, this is what the writers did, and this is what it is. Now it's people are like signing petitions and like tweeting the writers and shit. It's like, you can't just let anything just be. No one could just appreciate art. And I feel like everyone purposefully shits on certain things because it makes them feel like they have a different opinion than the rest of the world. And it just pisses me off. Oh shit.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Mia.
Wait, that's the jam right there.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my god. Yeah, there we go. I was like, oh, it's like, fuck, this is unbelievable.
It was unbelievable, yeah.
Now, what is it? It's gases? It's different gases in our atmosphere?
No, it's even cooler. It's the sun. So basically, our Earth is, instead of like us being just destroyed, like no life on every other planet, it's because we have like a magnetic field. Mm-hmm. And then ozone layer. So basically 2 shields around our planet that protect us literally from the sun. Because without those, ultraviolet rays will destroy all of our DNA. Nothing bigger than like bacteria could probably like be alive.
Wow.
And those things that you're seeing are particles from things called solar flares, like winds. Basically bursts of fucking radiation that are going to slam into our Earth, but they end up getting trapped. These particles of light and energy getting trapped in our magnetic fields, which coalesce at the North Pole and the South Pole.
Like almost like whirling, they like whirl around.
And that's what you're seeing. You're basically seeing like almost like somebody dropped food coloring on the fucking magnetic field.
That's what I pictured when you said that.
Exactly.
Damn, teacher.
Nuts.
Damn,
it's crazy.
That's dope.
Yeah.
This is crazy. It's definitely crazy that
it's like a ghost curtain. It's crazy, and it dances, and I'm colorblind, so like I see all the colors. Okay. I know most people think like colorblind is like literally I see in black and white, but I just didn't realize how bright it was. I was like looking at it.
I'm sure this does zero justice, like looking at it in your phone. Dude, like zero, like the most, like this is probably
because I couldn't get any video because you know how video you have such low
so
exposure
much darker,
and it's so much darker, so I couldn't catch shit. But like,
and then if you even tried to bring it up, all this would flush it out anyway.
Yeah,
all the
no
buildings.
Doubt.
But that's the most amazing thing, man.
It was amazing, dude. It was yeah.
I'm like a nature freak. Like I really love nature. I love like I could sit and watch a sunset like for hours and hours, you know, and watch walk through the same park day after day.
This is just on the top of mountains. There's a hot spring.
God.
It was just stupid, dude.
What?
Yeah.
And I love how they like made it like accessible with little pools. Bro, and like they ceramic walled it.
Just everything.
Are these just you could just roll up and go to it, or you need to buy tickets and you need to do?
Some of them you can just roll up and go to. They're literally like a hike. Right. And you'll be like, oh, here's a hot spring, jump in. Wow. Other ones are like the Blue Lagoon is definitely like that's one you have to pay for. Everything was super expensive, food-wise. But because we were running around so much, because the sun rises around like 9 a.m., 8:45, like pretty late.
Interesting.
And then it sets around like 4:30. So you have only a short amount of time to like be running. So we took like energy bars from here, you know, like just were rocking. So I didn't spend too much money on food because but we did go out. Like we went out for ramen noodles and it was like
what is Icelandic?
$25 a bowl. Yo, it was crazy. Oh, the prices of food was insane.
Because they can. Because you need to eat.
It's an island, I guess.
Yeah, you need to eat.
Like you need to eat.
I'm sure it's expensive to even get food out there and to keep food preserved. And
for sure. Yeah.
But so what is there Icelandic dish that you had that's like?
No, because I'm like officially a vegetarian for like a good 6-7 months now. So I haven't like eaten any of their authentic.
Was it all meat?
A lot of fish.
Okay.
So and meat. But like a lot of fish. They have like a dish fermented shark, which just exactly.
I'm good.
So,
Seafood is probably the one area of food that I'm like least explorative.
It's a risky area. I've gotten violently ill from seafood. So
That too. Not even on that level, more on a texture and flavor level.
No, I hear you.
Maybe like 90% on the texture side.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even about the flavor as much as it's about like gooey, squishy. What I really never fucking understand. And
oysters.
Yes.
What is going on there?
Dude.
I feel you, bro. I can't.
I just came from Salem and Boston. Fucking Boston, the home of oysters. Let me tell you, man, I'll never...
Never again.
Never. I didn't even touch
Did you
it.
even touch
I just watched them eat it, and I was so absolutely disgusted.
Right.
Like, you should not... No one should be eating those things. There's no way those things were designed to be eaten by humans.
Right.
It's literally just like a loogie.
Right. It's disgusting.
Loosely attached to a shell filled with salt water that you cover in hot sauce and lemon juice to kill the flavor.
I got food
and then
poisoning
you slurp
from
it.
an oyster once. No way. Never again.
But that you earned that because you ate a disgusting
And it was
bottom
cooked.
feeding.
It wasn't one of the slurpy ones.
That's
I could
weird.
Never even do that.
Yeah, who would do that? It's really, and it's almost I feel like it's like a male bravado thing more than anything.
Definitely douchebags.
There's no way that you enjoy
oysters.
that shit though. There's no way that while you're doing it, you're like, I love every moment of this slurpy, gooey,
feels
squishy,
so like,
snotty thing.
Yeah.
It can't be enjoyable.
Feels like such a snob. Like
From the beginning to the end.
Oysters, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Like even caviar. Like I understand the allure that it's super expensive and this and that, like, and it's salty. Just put salt on your shit. Like why you have to eat fish eggs?
Yeah, it's weird.
All this weird shit. When it comes to seafood, literally my limitations, I'll do salmon, I'll do sushis. I'll do like tuna and yellowtail. I don't like salmon. I don't like raw salmon sushi because it like I feel like it breaks apart and becomes like gelatinous in my mouth. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Textures are everything for me, man. Everything.
So what's your shit? You're not a
I like
vegetarian.
shrimp. I like crab. I'll eat lobster if it's like a lobster roll. Like I don't want to pull
like
it apart.
regular chicken.
Yeah, I eat chicken. I eat steak. I eat pork. I
All
eat
that. Okay.
Yeah, lamb. I mean, I don't. Why are you a vegetarian? Is it is it a health thing? Is it an animal thing? Is it a little bit of both?
More animal, but definitely felt like it could benefit me health-wise just because cholesterol-wise, I feel like I needed to like make sure I'm always like aware of that because that runs high in my family. Just more and like how many fucked up documentaries do you have to watch and like just watch like unless you don't give a fuck about like if you like look at an animal and you're like hell yeah fucking this is here for me to like eat and God made it that way. If you believe that, there's no like that's your shit. I don't believe that, so I'm like I just look at an animal sometimes and I'm like because I like a cheesesteak, does this have to like I could definitely be good without it, and if I'm aware of like the life of this thing and it fucks with me, it's difficult for me to like eat that animal, you know?
I mean, if the one animal that I definitely do feel comfortable, the two animals, chicken, that's not an animal that I like. You don't want to play and hang out with a chicken. Those animals are here to create eggs for us to eat, I think, and to be eaten in the future.
But I don't define like the food part
the industry
as an animal that I need to hang out with. You know what I'm
I mean
saying?
it's not a cute.
still
Yeah,
like
right. I get it.
Like I don't need to hang out with any of the animals that I'm not trying to hang out with a cow. You know, like I want to.
Cows
like,
also seem like they were here for us to use them for what they have, their milk, to create all the things that we need and butter.
Yeah,
so you're
I
butter.
mean,
are you vegan or are you
not vegan? So I have.
But no egg. How about eggs?
Eggs, definitely eat eggs.
So you'll eat eggs. So
I'm
an
not
egg is
there.
essentially a baby chicken that hasn't become
100%.
You know, so there's it's weird to think like I know that this chicken is here for us.
Yeah.
It was put here for us, and this cow was put here for us.
But they've
maybe
been
not.
Here, they've been
The
here
milk.
for billions of years before us. They
I
were
know.
definitely not here for
Not
us.
for us, but I'm saying that
Like
within
before humans, cows were fucking fine.
Yes. I'm not
Feel
saying
me?
yes.
They were not like, what's my purpose? You know,
No,
like they
I
were
know.
just cows.
I know.
And like before us, we've definitely been like, we eat these things, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But the way specifically America does it, and like a lot of the places that we get food from, because everything you know is about money, and like who cares who suffers on the edge of it, you know, as long as corporations are making a good bottom line, like you can have a row of fucking cows that are being force-fed by fucking tools shoving it down their throats, or their livers become fucking exploded, like foie gras,
yeah,
it just got banned and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely fucked up, dumb human shit we do because we're like, we need more and more and more. Now, my great-grandparents and my grandparents in Sicily eating a fucking cow off the farm that they raise and everything else, like, I get why that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's still sad that anything has to fucking die, I think, but
I agree.
It's like you get it. You know what I'm saying? It's not pumped with hormones. It's not pumped with all this other shit. So, like, the other edge of it is fuck how you feel about, like, animals. You could still be like, I want to eat a cow, but that cow has fucking mad shit in it, you know?
Right.
It's not like a natural cow. Like, and that cow, if he's living in the conditions that I think it's living in, you know what I'm saying, is stressed the fuck out constantly. There's cortisol levels all up in their fucking meat. You're now ingesting it. I mean, if you think about it, all like the strong, muscular, big ass animals eat fucking vegetables. You know what I'm saying? The meat that you eat, they got big and meaty because they ate fucking plants.
Right.
So you're getting your protein secondary, if that's what you're, like, you know, worried about, protein and all that other shit. But the less I started eating it, man, the more weight I started losing, the better I felt. Energy levels were, like, on a rise, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm up all of the time, and it's been, like, a cool move in a sense. Plus, it saves a lot of money at the grocery store, man. There's
So
mad
what
shit you can make.
So that's what literally my next question. Like, I've had a guest on here. He actually owns a vegan food truck.
Oh, sick.
A good friend of mine, Vince. Try Vegan, it's called. Now he has like a home food delivery service type thing, like a Eat Clean Bro type thing. Which has become such like the thing now. For like pre-prep meals, which is cool. But yeah, for me, it's not about me feeling like a superior human because I can eat the chickens and the cows. Like, no, I don't know why I said that like Cosby. The chickens and the cows. But it's like, I like my vegetables, don't get me wrong, but I'm more about like the taste. I love chicken fingers and buffalo wings and, like, you know, ribs and hamburgers. Like, it's hard for me, and bacon. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. If I could be a vegetarian but still eat bacon that tasted like bacon, not tofu bacon or like faking bacon, like, I would. Bacon's so good, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I've never been like too into like pork and like that in general. It's not like I would, like, if bacon was on something, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I make like a big scene about it. But I never like I'm not like a huge bacon person, but I get it. Like,
you smell it?
You know,
smell
like,
it?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
like
god.
It definitely I get it. Yeah. I just
getting hungry.
Number one, you don't know how little you would miss it, or, you know, how much you would miss it unless you were actually doing it. For me, I don't miss meat. And it was pretty quickly after, like, not doing it. My wife had started on it, so she's been like a solid year or over a year actually at this point of like being a full vegetarian.
That's motivational.
And I like to cook, so there's like tons of stuff that you still make. You just all the dishes that you had chicken in, you just take out the chicken and add some more like things. So,
but like what things? What's gonna balance out that protein? Because I'm not a bean guy.
Okay. You don't like any beans?
I like chickpeas.
Great. Love chickpeas. So there's chickpea flour, there's chickpea everything. I make these little things called panellas, which are like Italian like pancakes that are made of just chickpea flour. Chickpea, like Indian food has I don't know if you like Indian food. I love
Indian food.
So Indian food is a great base.
Mostly vegetarian. But I always go there and I get chicken tikka, or I get like lamb, like sabz gosht and things.
Absolutely. But I'm saying that same sauce with just chickpeas, throw some mushroom. Do you like mushrooms?
No, see, that's a texture. That's my biggest anti-food. Mushrooms are.
I gotta tell you, if you take mushrooms though and you like dice
whatever
really
you're about
small,
to say.
No, I'm not. You dice it really small, add breadcrumbs and different things. It's a very meaty kind of texture.
The whole time it's gonna be mushrooms.
Have you ever tried like a Impossible Burger? Or
no.
Like one of those. I think you might like it.
What's it mostly made of? I don't even know.
Just plants, man. All different types of plants.
So it's a veggie burger.
Yeah. Do you like cauliflower?
Love cauliflower.
Cauliflower is amazing to cook with. So,
Okay, like cauliflower. Yeah, you can make like cauliflower.
I mean,
dough.
first of all, you can put anything with pasta, right? So pasta's always just like a thing. So if you like peas, throw it with pasta, now you have a dish.
Right,
But
okay.
if you like cauliflower, you can rice it and saute it like rice, literally, and put other things that you would put in fried rice, like an egg and, you know, like soy sauce and just like other things like that. I make a lot of like fajitas, so like cut up zucchini, cut up peppers, you know what I'm saying? I do like mushrooms, so I cut up portobello mushrooms and like, you know, make a fajita with rice and all that stuff. I mean, a lot of the things that you do, just not without, you know, I make pizzas, I make, you know, different things like that. There's tons of shit, you know?
It's hard for me to leave meat behind more than anything.
Think about what do you have with meat though, yeah? A chicken sandwich, a burger, you name like the three, right? But they're so basic, you know what I'm saying? It's not like super cool. Like how many different ways can you have a fucking chicken sandwich?
It's not even about the ways. I'm a simple dude. Most of the time I'm going to any restaurant or any place and I already know what I'm ordering when I walk in the door.
Right.
I'm like a creature of habit.
What are you getting? Tell me right now.
It's 90% of the time chicken.
A chicken sandwich?
Chicken. If I go to Chinese, it's General Tso's. If I go to Indian, it's tikka masala. If I go to Thai, I get the, you know, pad Thai or pattaya with the chicken in it. Yeah. You know, like, or
I got you.
It's always a chicken. If I go get a gyro or something, it's, you know.
See, for me,
chicken.
it was eliminating. If I eliminated chicken, right, I got like chicken and broccoli, and I just got broccoli with the sauce and all that stuff in the thing.
But you're missing things.
You're not though.
You're not protein wise. You tell me that chicken contains no nutrients that you needed in there.
Not that you need.
You need to double up on the broccoli then.
Sure.
And
double up on the broccoli.
And then you're good. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
See, I love broccoli. I would eat that and be okay.
Protein.
But I love the chicken.
Protein is so good from vegetables. It's the source of protein. All of the animals that you're eating eat those vegetables. That's all they eat.
Straight and they get the energy straight from the sun.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they're eating vegetables. You know, unless you're fucking munching on lion. You know, and stuff like that. But
no, I get it. Most of the animals we eat
our digestive system isn't really built to be a carnivore, man. We're not carnivores, or else you'd see like roadkill on the side of the road, like fresh dead things, and start literally salivating.
Yeah,
you'd look at it and be like, "That is fucking delicious."
No, but I think that. Yeah, there's learned and there's, you know, over time, I think that we've been around animals enough to know, like,
I know, but we're super
when something's dead past the point of eating it.
We have to put sauce on it and cook it and do things. It's not like any other carnivores. No carnivores out there with a fire grilling shit. You know, they're just
like adding basil and salt.
We're like so cute with it. We need to like spice it up. You know, we need to do that shit.
You're right, but you have to cook a lot of your own things now because. For me, also a lot. I live alone. Mm-hmm. I hate cooking for myself because I wind up left with leftovers, and then the second and third night, I'm like, I'm not eating this shit again. I'm just gonna go pick something up, and it's hard to find good vegetarian options out and about like that. You know.
But not if you like Indian food.
That's the thing, and you live near a good Indian area.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm in the mecca of
Indian have you been to Quality Ice Cream? KWALITY.
In Edison?
In Edison.
No.
How'd you know?
But I didn't know about.
I know. Obviously, it would be in Edison. It's one of the best things I've ever had. Most interesting ice cream. It's an ice cream place. It's Indian, obviously. They have crazy, insane flavors that are all natural. Nothing's made with any kind of fake additives or artificial flavors. Everything is natural. Right. And they have this one dish that's rose ice cream. Rose petal ice cream. You've had rose ice cream?
Yeah.
So rose petal ice cream with chia seeds. They make it. It's like a whole cup. It's a special thing. And it's a cup with chia seeds, condensed milk,
right,
and rice noodles.
Nice.
With some rose syrup, and it just becomes like because of the condensed milk, it starts becoming like liquidy, like ice cream. The ice cream starts melting quickly, basically. Gotcha. You know. So you have to just eat it right away. But eating ice cream with noodles is such a foreign, weird concept but while you're doing it, you're like, how has this not been done in different ways? Yeah. It's insane because it's just a noodle has no, it could be savory, it could be sweet, it could be whatever you want.
Yeah, it's just a noodle.
I'm wondering, things need to be done more experimentally with ice cream.
Yeah.
Because we're doing the same shit. And you go to this place and you're like, you guys are doing... I mean, I'm sure it's this Indian specialty that maybe in India, I don't know if they created it or what.
Yeah.
But when you eat it, you're like, this is some new wild shit.
Yeah.
And you could taste the rose, like it tastes so natural and wild. Like they probably put rose petals in that shit.
No doubt.
It's intense.
Yeah.
Last time I went in there, I got the English toffee.
Yeah.
Which has like real toffee, like creamy toffee in it.
Oh, wow. It was amazing.
Amazing. And maple walnut.
Do you remember where it was?
Where it was?
Yeah, like
it's off of Route 1.
Okay.
I'll say. I mean, it's quality spelt wrong.
Gotcha.
Kwality. Yeah. And it's across the street from this. Literally, I'm not kidding. Shopping center has 15, 20 stores, maybe 15 stores. Mm-hmm. 6 of them are Indian restaurants. Yeah. 6 of them are Indian restaurants. One of them is the Indian supermarket. Best incense. Best place to buy incense. If you're a burner, you burn incense.
Yeah.
I bought like forest, eucalyptus, patchouli, and sandalwood. Like a full case with like 120 sticks, like $3-4 a pop. And it's real. It's the real deal. I just went to the corner store, like the Indian corner store by me.
Same shit.
They're selling them for like $2 a box out of the case that I bought for $2, $4.
I like it.
But I'm a big incense guy, Nag Champa, and the like.
Nice.
Like that type of like woody, burny, like natural smell. It's like my favorite smell.
Right.
What's like your favorite smell in nature? Favorite smell in the world, if you had to say.
Favorite smell.
Like top few smell. Like things that you like that you like smells the most linked to memories and things like that. Like which ones bring you to like the happiest place? Cause I have a couple.
It's interesting. Yeah. I feel like I have a couple too. I don't know.
It's tricky. It's a tricky question.
Give me one of
mine.
I mean, I want to say like the smell like right before it's about to snow is a very familiar, but it's so broad that I'm trying to remember of like a specific like memory that it would be linked to. But I feel like when I smell that, I'm like.
It just takes you to like a happy
it just feels like an electric
place or something.
kind of like place. Yeah.
For me, one of my biggest ones is the smell of like a fire pit, like fire burning. It's like my favorite smell. I'm the guy that's standing upwind of the smoke so that I go home smelling like it. People are like, ew, my clothes smell like smoke. Definitely. I'm like, can I have your shirt? Because I love that.
Yeah.
I'll do this. I literally.
You're not into camping too, so it's like, right?
No, I mean like I guess
but I'm just saying,
but I'm not.
Yeah, but like
fire pit though, like that would always be a part 100%. Of my life. Like there's nothing to me more calming and peaceful than like just sitting and staring at a fire with a drink, with like like smoking something, good people, good conversation, stars above you, and like sounds of crickets and shit like that. For me, I need that. And New York City, you'll never get that. Definitely. You'll never get anything that even simulates it. Even if you have a rooftop, you're having helicopters and lights and this and that and bullshit. Like, once you see the stars like you probably saw in Iceland, you'll never look at the sky the same again. You're like, what the fuck? I see 18 stars in the sky. I saw 18,000 stars. I'm sure it was insane.
It was insane.
Probably the most stars you'll ever see.
No light pollution. You're just darkness.
Well, there were some of the buildings I saw with lights on.
In certain areas, definitely. But I'm saying there were elements when we were driving, like that were you shut off the headlights, and you're out in the desert essentially. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see like in the sky like galaxy type of clouds and shit?
I mean, bundles of stars, right? So I guess that might have been like I haven't seen enough of those like up close to be like, oh yeah, that's the edge of the Milky Way. You know what I'm saying? But it felt like it could be because when I was looking out, there were like clumps of clouds of stars. You know what I'm saying?
Shit
like so many
literally
stars would never see.
Even if I think you like, I've been to like when I was in camp and went camping, it was in the Poconos. And you'd think that is like the pinnacle of the stars. I'm sure this is like 10 times that.
Exactly.
Because you're also like all the way up north there, where there's like not only no light pollution, but no like sky like no water too, I feel like the environment is also really clean, you know, crisp. Versus like there's no cars, there's no nothing.
Water was delicious out there.
Oh my God! Isn't that? Don't we get our water from there?
I mean,
supposedly, like they have that water on the. You remember that water on the airplanes? The little like yogurt cups you get.
Oh yeah.
And it's like glacier water from Iceland. Like I always, for some reason, that was always the most like delicious water in my mind. I would always drink it like really slow and like savor. Like
the water was amazing.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
but that's cool.
Yeah. It just felt healthier, I guess, being out there. As soon as we landed back in Newark, I felt like I was
disgusting.
I was back home.
Yeah, you're like, Okay, there we go. That's the car exhaust.
This matches the attitude. But yeah, it was an amazing trip. So horses running around like just wild. It's just
wild horses.
Yeah, wild horses. We went horseback riding. It was cool. Damn. We had a good trip, man. The only thing we didn't see is like ice caves. They look insane, but like we didn't have time to like go there and like climb a glacier. Like I would have liked to maybe get way up close to the glacier.
Is it a really big place, Iceland, as far as
in
like
general
getting from like the ice cave to this thing to that thing? Is it a big trek?
Yeah, so like if we would want to the glacier, it's like a 7-hour drive.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that was like a little bit too far. We were like by Reykjavik, which is the main city, like 40 minutes outside of there. So we're still relatively out, but like close enough to get into the city. Mm-hmm. That would have been we would have had to do like another house on the other side
and do another part of the trip,
right? For and do things like that. But it was a brief trip, and I had a
always next
3
time.
personal days, and we were in and out. So.
Yeah, there's always next time. That's it.
Definitely.
Shit,
yeah.
Crazy, bro. So what? I want to talk a little bit more music. I just want to know, like, musically, as far as like, who are some of your favorite artists that you came up listening to that you feel like may have inspired you to like get into making hip hop beats? Maybe some of your favorite rock bands that inspired you to like play in bands. Like, who are some of your favorite bands, like rock bands? Let's start there.
Rock bands?
Yeah. Like coming up.
Coming up, I was really into the Chili Peppers.
Okay.
That was like one of my first kind of like, but even before that, I would say like Soundgarden, Nirvana, Chili Peppers, that like just early 90s kind of like grunge era was like what I was introduced to. And then I started digging, back into the more classic rock type things and stuff like that. Hip hop wise, Dilla is by far my favorite producer.
He's the god.
Definitely somebody that like I wanted to emulate on an engineering tip, because I always felt like his beats sounded so fucking different than everybody else. Like sonically, it was just just a different sound. So that's definitely an influence.
He broke so like all the rules. He kind of did things like organically, like straight from the record cuts, and like he was without a doubt one of my favorite artists. Of all time. Yeah,
for sure.
On all fronts, production, even as a rapper, like. I loved his style, man. He was like
everything about
witty and even his flow was so different. No one chopped up words like him and Slum back in the day. They just did things
absolutely
so different. I listen to it even now and I'm like, yes, like no one's even done it since then. No one's done anything that even sounds similar to this. It sounded like they had so much fun.
Definitely.
Like just bopping around, like just doing their thing. I'm like, they gave no fucks.
Effortless.
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah, it didn't even sound like half the shit was written.
It
sounded like everything Botin said. It sounded like he was just like rah, just rapping it, like just doing his thing.
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
Some of the best music ever.
Absolutely. So I like Anderson .Paak. So I'm
Me too.
into him.
Me too.
I mean, Ninth Wonder.
I was gonna say production-wise. Who else? Yeah, Ninth is key.
Somebody that I really like. I mean, like just all the regulars, man. But Dilla was definitely like by far the producer that like made me wanna produce, like try to make something that sounded like that. And it felt like
if it's you definitely have elements of like Dilla within your shit for sure, and like in the soul of it, and the jazzy elements, and
I like to keep incorporating that stuff.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Man. No, it's super dope.
And the live instrumentation, man. I think that's like from being in bands and knowing how to play certain instruments and all that stuff, like, and incorporating that with like whether it's sampling or other things, like I like fusing the two, so it still has that like live element to like things and doesn't sound so loopy,
Yeah. I always like songs that have complete change ups throughout it, and not the same beat. Verse 1 and verse 2. Like I like
they're more difficult to create.
Yeah.
You have to make changes, and not like loop something for 3 minutes.
Gives the song so much more depth and so much more like re-listen value and all that. And it gives the artist, a change of vibe to take. I feel like one of the newer really like big popular things to do is like that split. Like halfway into a song, it just becomes a completely different song.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's become like the new hot shit. It's interesting.
Yeah. Who are you listening to right now? Anybody you could put me onto?
Yeah, man. I mean, definitely. All I do is listen to like really different shit. I really get bored with music. I don't listen to radio at all.
Okay.
It hurts my job a lot because I tend to.
You have to be up on that. Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't, dude. Hip hop now it's the worst it's ever been. It's only getting worse.
Yeah.
Like
what
when
do you
Kendrick.
not like about it? I'm just.
It's all mumble rap. It's all trap. It all sounds exactly the same. They're saying nothing.
Trap beats.
I'm not a big trap guy, to be honest. I mean, there's artists that I listen to that have the elements of trap within their music, but like I couldn't say that any of the rappers I listen to regularly are trap rappers. It's mostly like it's been like this kind of since I was, I guess, like 13, 14 years old. Maybe around like 2000, 2003, hip-hop just started taking a turn. Like after 50 Cent. 50 Cent was the last mainstream rapper that I was like, this dude is fire.
Right.
And G-Unit came out, like first album came out, I'm like, Beg for Mercy. I'm like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
And then it was just all downhill from there. It was like everything started taking a turn. Lil Wayne became God, and I turned off the radio. I do not fuck with Lil Wayne. I never did.
Really?
No one understood why. It was like me and Scans and Sherm. Like none of us fucked with Wayne. It's just not our shit. So we dug deep underground and just listened to underground shit. So most of like the music I listen to now, because I want that jazz element, is like underground or like up and coming. So that sound is. I feel like now there's so many more people. There's so many more styles of hip hop that talk to different people. You know that. For the first time, I don't think that it was ever like this up until now because music is so readily available to everybody. Spotify and Apple, anybody could be into any types of genres. But I feel like there's a nice second level of pop that you can go now, or second level of like mainstream and reach. That's not necessarily radio. It's not necessarily, music videos that are getting watched and heavily hit on YouTube, or that are even being spoken about in the main stream like that, but that real hip-hop heads are all talking about behind closed doors and sharing through Spotify and like bumping on their own, let me see a couple examples. Like Buddy. Buddy is for me like one of the hottest rappers out right now. His last album, Harlan and Alondra, was like a masterpiece top to bottom. I think it was the hottest album of last year for sure. There's not a miss on it. Everything has like brings you somewhere. He's super conscious. He's super smart. All the beats are super vibey, and you just fall into it. Cool. He has a couple tracks that are a little harder. He's got like the appeal like that. So I think that Buddy's big. JID. Have you heard of JID? I really fuck with JID. Yeah. His shit is really awesome, and all of his features on different tracks are like spectacular. He does these like one verse drops on different people's shit that is like, damn. It's like might be the hottest verse of the year right there. Like certain things. So I'll repeat more of him.
You ever hear this artist Coda the Friend?
Coda, oh my god, that was the next artist I was gonna bring up, bro.
Really?
Every track of his is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
like there's not a bad song. It's one of the most like just down tempo, super chilled out.
I'd love to do a track with him.
Oh my god, Coda's fire.
Coda's fire.
Coda is fire. Yeah. I really like that. I want him to
knew about him like well before anything was fucking going on with him. And I remember seeing like some of his videos and I was like, yo, even these are like just dope. Like,
I gotta watch some of his videos.
And like it just like I don't know, they just always felt good.
He's special to me. I actually what happened was I playlisted a song of his like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That I didn't realize was even his. Like I playlist what I'll do is I'll shuffle. I'll pick an artist that I'm into or a song that I'm like I'm fucking with this vibe right now, and I'll go to radio and I'll just bump it, get into it. If I'm feeling it, I feel it. If not, I'll skip it. If I'm really feeling it, it gets playlisted. I got like a hip hop, an R&B, an old school. I got different things, and pretty much like Coda. There's only a few songs that aren't on those playlists. Mostly interludes and shit. Like every song is a vibe, something that I'm like super into.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I wound up rediscovering him maybe a year ago, and just haven't stopped listening to my brother. Got my brother and Tim. We're just stuck.
Oh, dope.
We're stuck. That was a good mention.
So cool, yeah. I'll check those other dudes out.
Yeah, check them out. Rex Life Raj is like very new. He's only got a little bit of music out, but he's dope. He's just a little bit of singing, a little bit of rapping type blendini. Childish Major. Childish Major is fire.
Okay.
Just came out with his new album, Dirt Road Diamond, and there's a couple of joints on there. He has a song with Ludacris, actually, that's crazy.
Really?
And then a song with that dude Buddy that I was talking about, that's really good.
Cool.
So I would check them out. And I got one more hip hop question. Who would you say is the most underrated rapper or producer in the game, or both? Like
D'Angelo.
Okay.
I think he's like the most talented.
Yeah, he's a superstar. He's a multi-instrumentalist. Like, writes some of the
His
most
voice is
like
so
complex but like really catchy
It's
music,
amazing.
and his voice is super unique and it brings you right in.
Yeah.
So you ever heard his version of Superman Lover? I love that shit. That's one of my favorite funk songs of all time.
Yeah.
Fucking Johnny Guitar Watson, Superman Lover. I can listen to that like solo,
crunchy.
that wah-wah solo on repeat.
Yeah, I think D'Angelo's. I always felt
D'Angelo.
like should have, you know.
Well, prison didn't help.
I guess.
I feel like he was in prison for 10 years.
Yeah.
That's gonna suppress some, right at the height of his career, pretty much. I don't even know what he had a gun on him, right?
I honestly don't know.
I forgot what it was. He went to jail for 10 years though, or something, or more. And then you remember he came out what he looked like? I remember he shot that one video where it's just like him naked and it's like that V and chicks get wet watching the video, and then he came out of prison and it's like
Chunky?
Yeah, he was like the poster model for like dad bots.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like was wild.
I think of another one who I feel like is who else, man?
For me, I would say Fonte. From Little Brother. I think he like.
I mean, a lot of people don't even know who Fonte is.
Exactly. That's the biggest problem. I think lyrically, he's a monster. The cadence of his voice and his flow is so perfect.
Yeah, you guys were always.
He could sing. I got
put onto Fonte
through scans. I mean, Little Brother. I mean, Ninth Wonder. All their beats for the first like 5 albums.
We did the video for them.
Yeah. Wait,
in that like crazy like
in that bar?
The woods. Nah, it was like in the woods in like this empty warehouse that was like completely vacant.
Oh yeah, crazy. With Brock, with D Brock, and Pooh, and with everybody was there, and that was Foreign Exchange.
Yeah, and
that was Nicolay was there. I remember getting that picture. Big Pooh gave me fucking attitude because I was with Scans. I wanted to take a picture with him and Pooh and Tay, and I was like, I had Fonte for a second, or had Big Pooh for a second. I was like, can I get a picture of you guys? He's like, yeah, man, like sort of, whatever. Took a picture. Then Fonte comes by, and I wanted to get
like the crew,
the Little Brother rappers and Scans, and I get a picture with him and Fonte. I'm like, yo. Pooh, can I get one more with like both you guys? And he's like, come on, man, for real? It's like, all right, dude. And he like comes over to do it like reluctantly. I'm like, bro, you're the whack rapper of Little Brother. What are you talking about?
Right.
What are you even saying right now? You should be fucking happy that anybody knows your name.
Right, no doubt.
So like basically listening to Little Brother coming up, I would just like tune out the second Pooh came on.
I know.
Because he just said nothing.
Yeah.
And then Fonte comes on and it's like, oh my God, you're like a genius.
Yeah.
He's amazing. So anybody listening, you need to go listen to Little Brother.
Foreign Exchange in general.
Or Little Brother too, both, yeah. But when Fonte linked with Nicolay, that first album,
definitely.
I just re-listened to Connected.
Yeah.
The production on that album,
right,
top to bottom, some of the most moving beats.
Yeah.
I have the instrumental version, and I listen to it like all the time. He did videos with them. He did that video, didn't he? Wasn't that why we were there? Because Koza shot that video.
Koza was shooting.
Like all of like the labels stuff. Right. I did that video. I did the other Little Brother video. What was it? Last call?
I forget, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, everybody listen to Little Brother. That shit is...
Yeah, for sure.
Fonte's a fucking monster.
Yeah, he is a monster.
I think he's the most underrated because literally you say that name and no one knows him.
Right.
That's what I mean. D'Angelo is still a
known name.
Very known.
I guess so, yeah.
But Fonte among like real hip-hop heads, sometimes don't even know. I have friends who listen to like almost all the same shit I do and very deep involved in hip hop, and then I say like, "You ever listen to Little Brother?" They're like, "I've heard of him."
Yeah,
Like, but do you know Fonte? And they're like, "No, who's Fonte?" I'm like, "That's Little Brother." It's like he gets no name recognition at all.
Yeah, you're right.
It's sad.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Shit.
I agree.
Cee-lo.
Yeah.
New Cee-lo. All right, so I just we just took a little break over here. I just showed Frank my crazy ghost picture.
The craziest picture I've ever seen in my life.
I'd like to show you guys, but to be totally honest, I'm actually scared. I'm scared to post it. I'm scared to post it on any kind of site. I'm scared to hit up any kind of like.
I'm still trying to come up
people.
with how it can't be real, because that just is the most insane picture I've ever seen in my life.
It is. For me, it changed my whole belief structure and thoughts about afterlife and belief of ghosts and all that shit.
What was that room?
So that was a factory. I don't know what type of factory, but I think it was back in like the 50s. There was a fire there. There was no like proper safety precautions lined up for that. The doors were all locked on like the upper floors. There was a fire, and then women were jumping out of windows trying to live, and I think like 50 people died there.
And you know the person that you took.
Okay, so I was in class with this girl. We always talked ghosts and aliens and like all that shit. In Jersey, there's the whole Weird NJ thing. Mm-hmm. So there's all these haunted spots that you can go and check out. So basically, we always wanted to go to one of these things.
Right.
One day she comes into class and she's like, you know, my sister just went to this factory. She told me the whole story. And then she goes and she took all these pictures. Now she had a camera with her, digital camera with a little screen, and she's showing me the picture on there. Like and she's like, look at this, and she zooms in and shows me that figure in the doorway. I said, I need that photo right now. I wish I took all of them, because there's probably other shit in there. I took that photo, freaked out, took it to my friend who's, you know, good at photo manipulation a little bit, just knows photography, and also is a firm believer in afterlife and aliens and just all the paranormal. He was into it. I show him the picture. He pulls the levels back, and when you pull the levels to white, everything should go white. Mm-hmm. And this figure just gets darker and darker and more prominent. I freaked out.
The eyes are crazy.
The eyes are the craziest part.
The eyes are the craziest
And it looks like it's staring right into her soul.
And it looks like it's walking towards her.
Yeah.
Whoever's taking the photo.
Like, she said that she felt nothing. She didn't see anything when she originally took the photo. She felt like it was a waste of time doing the whole, like, being there. She was like, this was nothing. It was just wrecked rooms, and that's it.
Right.
And,
no, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have a paranormal story, and but I wasn't like up taking a photo. Like, I was still in bed. So part of me wants to believe what happened to me was like sleep paralysis.
Okay.
But I know for a fact that it wasn't, because I made sure to like literally like grab myself to make sure I was like awake and feeling what the fuck was going on. So I'm like laying in my bed. I remember it being like 3:27 in the morning, and I looked over towards where a window would be to look towards my alarm to see like what time it was, because I was like tossing and turning all night. I like couldn't go to sleep. And as I looked towards the alarm clock, I saw this like glowing, like picture like the sun when it's like a fireball though, not like a bright star. Like it looks like fucking little flames are coming out of it, and it's rotating. I see like about the size of like smaller than a basketball, but like a mini basketball. Like you would get it like a boardwalk game. You know what I'm saying? Glowing, rotating by the window, and I was like, what the fuck is that? So I turned forward and I'm like, don't look at it again. And that's when I grabbed myself like underneath like the blanket. I was like, yo, you're like awake. Like I can move.
How old were you?
I'm 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, what do I do right now? Because I see it at the peripheral of my eye. It's like still like rotating.
It was just hovering in place?
Hovering in place.
Okay, so what happened?
So I look over at it again, and at that point it had moved into literally a bunch of hands that were glowing.
Right?
So the same color of the glowing orb now morphed into the side of my bed were a bunch of hands, and they pushed me, bro.
What?
I literally felt it, and I slid a little on my bed, and I was like, oh shit, I got up.
I just got chills.
I turned on the fucking lights. I looked back now that the lights are on, and whatever that light thing was, it was no hands anymore. It looked like the fucking Northern Lights. It looked like that. And it swirled back into itself. The lights are on now, yeah. This is why I know I was like awake at that. Like if I wasn't awake in the sleep paralysis part where I was still laying down, when I got up and flipped on the lights, I was definitely awake.
Obviously.
And I turned and still saw that shit. It swirled into itself and then vanished. And I was like fucked up, yo, for like months after that. Because I felt a bunch of hands, yo. And when I tell you I slid across the bed, like, it was like pushing me. It was pushing me, yo.
What?
Yeah.
That's fucking scary, man.
Shit was fucked up.
This was where? In your house?
In my house, yeah.
And you've never seen or felt anything after that moment? That was this one instance that you had?
Right.
And this is the house you grew up in?
Yeah.
Is it an old house or like a new house or?
Not like super old.
Okay.
You know, like old enough, but nothing like someone died in that house.
Right.
And like fucking not like
not
that
haunted
shit.
or anything. And you would never experience anything more than that.
Never.
I mean, I do believe that spirits have the ability to physically alter the world around them. I don't know what the hell you saw. I don't know what the hell anything is. You know, like it's all as
real,
that's the scariest shit I've ever heard.
And then it was like it felt like. Let me be realistic with it. It felt like 20 hands.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, so it's like made you maybe like a whole bunch of like spirits like working together.
They all pushed me. I'm saying it was like I went.
It's like maybe it takes that much like conscious energy to like affect the physical world or some shit.
So that's why I'm fucked up over it, because if it was just the visual, I would have been like weird.
Maybe you could have imagined it or half dreamed it.
Was next level, and then when I'm sitting fully up, lights on, seeing it still was the third thing that I
have the chills that won't go away right now.
It was fucked up.
This is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Wow. And you've never experienced anything since then in any way?
I had like once a year I'll get like a crazy. I don't sleep on my back because it's only has happened when I sleep on my back. I usually sleep on my side.
Me too.
But on my back, I've been like shadow people, like that.
Yeah.
Literally that type of shit. Not with eyes though. All dark. Has been at the foot of my bed, coming over like it's about to grab
Shut
me.
the fuck! I get more. You just made my chills.
And I get up and I fucking like block whatever's coming, and I literally am up again. And then like Casey or whoever, you know, like if I was alone or my wife or like whatever, has literally stopped me in the midst of it because they don't know what the fuck's going on. They're like, whoa, you know, like I'm waking them up, you know. But it's happened multiple times over my life. Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 of them, big, coming over. And I'm like, shit.
I don't. This sounds scary as shit.
I know. That's happened. That literally happens like pretty much once a year, but only if I'm on my back.
And only in the last few years, you're saying?
No.
No, like your whole life.
Not my whole life.
Since that moment?
Not since that moment.
I'm wondering
like
if you're like being haunted or something, like if they're following you.
Yeah, no, I hope not.
I hope not.
But yeah, that's
to buy sage.
That I'd say like we have sage. I feel like it's happened a good like 7 times.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
7 to 10 times.
That's absolutely insane. Now, up until like, do you feel up until this moment? Did you always think that it was a real thing and it was a spirit, or that it was more of a in your head
the
thing?
orb one?
The black shadow figures.
Dark shadow figures.
Like, did you think that was more of like maybe this is my head? Maybe it's because I can't see 3 inches in front of my face without contacts on, and it's like weird shadow games. You're colorblind. Like maybe I bet because I'm sure if you went to like a ghost hunter or one of these people that tried to, all these things would be like, well, you can't see 3 inches in front of your face.
Yeah. So that's what I tell myself.
Yeah. And this was when you were 25. This was the same. You had the same vision, or was it a lot better than this? Your vision, as far as like the 3 inches, not seeing.
Same.
So it was the same.
Yeah.
So, but feeling it is totally that. None of that makes any sense anyway. This is scary to think about.
Right.
I don't like it.
The orb one, I had my glasses on.
So that shit was clear as day.
Clear as day. I had my glasses on because I was like up. I was like not being able to fall asleep, and I needed to put on my glasses to see the clock, the time, and I remember what the time was. So when I put on my glasses and I looked, I saw that shit. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Now, have you tried, like, actively tried to like seek that out in your life?
Seek what out?
Hauntings and ghosts and weird NJ things. Like, I've actively gone to sites.
No.
I just came back from Salem. Like, I hung out. I heard
You went to a psychic, yeah.
No, but I heard, dude, I had an experience out there in a weird way too. I went to this house where, ever see Hocus Pocus?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
Okay. There's a scene where Allison, the girl, she was having a party at her house. It was a big fancy party. That house in Salem, for real, had a bunch of murders go down in it. Not murders, but some mysterious deaths of girls and fires that they have now like triple fireproof this one room that has gone on fire multiple times. There have been multiple deaths in it, and people sit, like, I was on this tour. They're saying this window specifically is like a thing. I waited until everybody left because in my mind, no ghost is gonna be like, "Hey, here comes the tour. Let's scare him." So I'm like hanging out. I'm like, I want to be here for a minute by myself and see if I see anything. Or I'm taking pictures. After having this picture, I was just snapping away. I'm like, get it all, and I'll go back and look at it after.
Right.
So I'm taking pictures of this window. I'm taking pictures of the house. My boy Dave is with me after he walks away. DQ, actually, if you listen to the podcast 2 episodes ago, DQ is with me. He starts walking away. I hang out for another second by myself. And 3 seconds after Dave walks away, I hear, "Hey," like a knock from inside the house and a girl's voice saying, "Hey." No one's around. It's raining. There's no other tours going on. There's nobody else in the courtyard. There's nobody inside the house. The lights are all off. Nobody lives there. It's not a house. Nobody's there. And I was just thinking about it, and I fucking just like turned around. I took 2 more pictures as I moved in the other direction, and I ran back to the tour group. And it scared the shit out of me, man. Like, at this point, I think you need to believe it in order to kind of, I think, be susceptible to seeing it, or you need to, especially if you're out seeking it and you're like looking for it.
See, I don't seek it. I believe it. I'm not out here summoning it.
Right.
So, I believe it.
Right.
I'm telling them that I'm good without the contact.
Right. And I've never made personally like paranoid up until that little I actually also have a picture that I took in the graveyard where like Judge Hathorne, one of the original like sentencing judges from the Salem witch trials, is buried, as well as like original like one of the Mayflower passengers, like one of the oldest graveyard I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Like,
you went up there for Halloween?
For Halloween, I was there Halloween day.
Literally this year?
Yeah.
Just recently?
Just last week.
Wow.
2 days, a few days ago. It was awesome. Like, the whole town feels creepy and it feels haunted. There's a hotel there that no staff stays in. You check yourself in. There's a code to get in.
Was it a shit show? Was it like...
Halloween was a shit show. We were there the night before. It was really nice. It was a totally different vibe. Halloween was like party mode, like dancing in the streets, walking in a parade almost of Halloween costumes. It was fun though. Yeah. 2 totally different vibes. But I took a picture in that graveyard and I got a little weird, like phantasm-y type green thing coming out of a grave.
What?
Pretty tripped out. But I mean, I'm not that I'm here like every picture of any kind of weird lighting thing is a ghost.
Yeah.
This fucking picture that I have is a goddamn ghost.
That's a crazy picture.
This shit's a ghost.
Yeah.
It scares the fuck out of me. Every time I talk about it, I get chills again. Every time I think about it, it hits me to my core. Yeah. It's insane. Maybe I'll put it out for people. I don't know. I still think that who knows with the internet and things, maybe they can travel through.
I wouldn't put it out.
No, right?
No.
Private, right? I think that's the last thing that spirit looked evil, bro.
It's like
that shit did not
once you
look
have
happy.
A picture like that, you don't care if anybody believes you. You have it. It doesn't matter what anybody.
And that's why that's how I felt. That's why I haven't tried to reach out to people. It's like I'm not trying to get famous off it. I also didn't take it, so it'd be like almost fraudulent of me to parade it around.
Yeah. And ghosts are really into like copyrights.
Speaking of copyrights, I want to play a little bit more copyright-free music. I want to jam out a little bit more. This is more a music episode than a ghost episode.
Yeah,
so let's jam.
I'll play you some songs that I'm gonna be releasing soon. It's like me using a lot of my vocals as like samples.
Oh, I love that.
We'll get into a couple of those joints.
Okay, cool. So these are more instrumentals we're gonna play.
Yeah, these are instrumentals.
And this is stuff that are gonna become tracks soon. That are people recording on it? Do you want to keep it instrumental?
Who knows yet? I just am making a bunch of songs in that vein, and we'll see, if I want to put it out as a project or shop it around or just do different things. But, just approaching the writing of these a little bit differently. So,
nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's play a couple of those. Any names, or are these untitled?
Most of them are untitled.
That's how it works, isn't it? You put some weird name that you think of.
There's one called Another Life, and then there's another one that I named Scintilla. But that's it.
It's all working titles. I know how beats work. I used to produce a little bit. I used to make, when I was making beats, all my beats were like the weirdest, silliest names ever.
My names make no sense anymore.
I usually take an instrument that's in it or a sample that's in it, and I play with the name of it.
Like how many beats have piano of mine, or how many beats?
No,
it's
of
just
course.
Like at one point I started naming them with the dates, but then I'm like, why does this make sense? Like this doesn't.
It's all over the place.
I don't remember November.
Exactly, like that's gonna mean something to you in a year or two.
Right, exactly.
All right, so let's play a couple jams. I hope you guys dig some of this instrumental shit, because this is where you get to really hear what Frank's all about. So let's get into it. That was dope, man. I feel like that gives people a little bit more of like a sense of like your production.
Yeah,
you know, hearing
absolutely.
it like sans vocals like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, shit, man. I guess we'll wrap it up. We're at like
We talked
2.5
way too
hours.
long. We talked way too long.
Hey, Joe Rogan does 3. I feel like it's all good. If it's a good
He has a
conversation,
budget,
people
though.
pay
He has a
attention.
budget.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't have any sponsors yet. Oh man, it's been really dope catching up, man.
Thank you, man. I
Thank
appreciate you having me. And like,
for sure.
you know,
Where can people
it was good.
follow you? Like, plug it real quick.
Frank G_ish on everything, Twitter, Instagram, all that. So
Perfect.
Yeah,
And then,
Creative World Media is the website, so you could check out stuff like that. Whether you want to do recording or just anything out there creatively.
Love it.
I'm in it.
And then project-wise, we have Felicia's album coming out.
Wash Your Soul, is dropping on the 11th this
Awesome.
Monday. So
On all platforms.
yeah, definitely your favorite album.
I mean, the tracks we played so far.
Yeah.
I can't get enough. I'm hyped. So
Absolutely.
let's get into it. I hope that everybody enjoyed the podcast, and we will see you guys soon.
Yeah, thanks,
All
man.
right. Peace, man.
Peace.
Hold up.
Wait.
Whoa. Wait. Where were we?